And away we go.
Other than the short, you guys getting 2 chapters done session of the book to kind of speed that up a little bit last week, you guys finished exploring the Abbey and went to have dinner with the Burgomaster. Had a nice evening and things like that. But then you all went to bed. Ren went to the Abbey to get his procedure done.
Yes, I did.
With Raidriar, which was just a lovely time.
I had fun.
And he suffered the side effect of having no side effects.
Yeah. Sometimes that's just how the dice goes, baby.
He solved his problem with his curse. Or medicine.
Handled it like a champ.
Mm-hmm. And however, the next morning, it seems all the sheep in Kresk had gone missing, and after a little bit of investigation and talking to the man who ran the pens, you had all discovered discovered that a monster, apparently, seemingly, had been loosed on Kresk, or at least created, and after dispatching it, learned that it was in fact the child of Dmitri and Anna Kreskov, who you subsequently exiled. Not Dmitri, Anna.
At least we didn't kill her, though.
And it seems after smooth talking the villagers with your heroic acts and words, they seem to have taken quite a liking to you.
It's kind of surprising, isn't it?
I mean, it's only 100 people.
But we are just outsiders.
Yeah, but we just killed the thingy.
They must not see very much action here.
I doubt they do.
And so we're going to start off with you guys have just finishing chapter 3 of the tome, which was the Strahd-Sergei duel.
Oh, we're just doing the tomes now?
Well, no. Like, we're starting off time-wise when you guys would have finished that.
Oh, okay.
Which would have been...
After we got home from the feast?
Well, no, that would have been right before the feast. Like, you guys get out and it's just about to start.
Okay.
Because you all were kind of talking and preparing for that, so...
And here's that chapter now. Ooh.
Tux, as you finish the tome here, and you all surrounding, the familiar sensation occurs of you being pulled into this book, and the darkness comes, and you see Strahd's visage, as it has before appear, and you see he turns to you all and goes, "At my advisor's behest, I called for my remaining family, long unseated from their ancient thrones, and brought them here to settle in the castle I built for them. From this plea came a younger brother of mine, Sergei. Nearly grown, I had never known him."
Is this chapter 3?
This is chapter 3.
Okay.
And you watch as the mist kind of overtakes you all, and when it recedes, you see that you all stand on either side of a high black wooden throne atop a marble dais. The room looks very familiar to you all, actually. This room is the hall that you all had enjoyed your dances with when you were visiting Strahd's castle.
Fond memories.
And you see Strahd beside you, and he's donning a scarlet red tunic with glimmering gold clasps and a black cape flowing over his shoulders. A hall extends 30 feet ahead. Various guards and well-adorned nobility form an aisle, and the crowd is abuzz with hushed voices. And the attending crowd is illuminated by a towering, stained glass window in the far corner depicting a cerulean and gold sunrise. And you see everybody seems to be waiting for something to happen, and you see Rahadin is also standing beside Strahd here on his throne. Is there anything people would like to do in this moment? See, people are whispering to each other, and
I would like
anyone that we recognize?
You do see so you see Rahadin, you see Strahd, you see Alec, Willem from the second chapter, the commander in his army. You also see the figure that you had seen before that had delivered that letter to Strahd. The one with the Morning Lord vestments that he was discussing with.
Ren wants to get closer to the window.
Okay.
I want to get close to the guy in the vestments.
Okay.
So
Listen
this Alec guy gave clothes of the Morning Lord to Strahd?
No,
Last
Alec, Alexandra is her full name.
Oh.
She's wearing full plate armor with Strahd's sigil emblazoned on it. She is a commander in Strahd's army. That's what Tux had found out when he went in the book alone during the siege of Argynvost. Well,
Alexia, officer, and Strahd.
Kilvin, you would notice as you kind of move your way into the crowd and hear people murmuring. It seems that most of the people here are sort of assorted Barovian noble families, and that they say they've come here to greet Strahd's brother, who apparently is arriving in the valley today.
Oh, wait, what?
Huh.
He's being born?
No, arriving.
Getting there.
So it's you said. I'm sorry. You said Alexia. Right?
Okay.
Like in a carriage.
Alexandra.
In a carriage, not in his
Alec
mom.
for short.
I walk up with some garlic to Strahd and see if he's a vampire yet.
He
Bullshit.
goes,
No,
Oh, I hate
already
garlic
know.
bread.
I already
you
know how
actually-
that works. No,
Okay. You don't have any garlic, first of all.
Okay.
Okay,
But
as
he looks-
as
he
I
looks-
do approach
looks a lot-
Strahd,
he does look a lot different. His cheeks are full of color. It's not sort of that paleness that you've seen before. His hands do not have claws.
okay.
How old does he seem in comparison to the previous
No,
types of
Rahadin looks exactly the same as he does when you visit the castle.
elves?
I guess I want to approach Alec and then say, Alec, oh my gosh, how long has it been?
Oh, not. It has been some time, that is for sure, since we rid the valley of the Order as well as the Forest Folk. I appreciate all the effort you went to in that campaign.
Is that was session 2 or chapter 2, right?
So chapter 1
Or
was
chapter.
yeah,
Okay,
chapter 1 was the Knights.
and that's what she's referring to.
Yep.
Okay. And like Strahd's the construction of this manor, the time that he declared himself the land, remember that? Crazy times.
Yes. Just seems like
What
yesterday.
was that about?
How the years go by.
Years.
It does take some time to conquer a land as large as this valley. At this, you see the murmurs of the hall are quieted by a groan of heavy. Is there something someone else wanted to do while?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Ren
I'll let
keeps
you
looking out the
all
window.
interact in some way. So that was Tux's.
Okay. You said Strahd's symbol on her armor. Does Strahd have his own symbol, or is it the Zarovich symbol?
It's the same. It's the same one that you've seen all over the place. The Zarovich symbol.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to Strahd. Does he look older than the last time we've seen him?
He looks. No, he looks similar in age.
So like mid-30s, you said?
Oh, since the last time you saw him in the book is what you're
Yeah.
talking about. No,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
he looks older now. He definitely looks a little bit older.
I'd
say-
wasn't he like mid-30s then?
Yeah, so he was mid-30s then. He's probably early 40s now.
So he is aging. We confirmed that because it's been a couple of years.
Wedding rings common in... Do I see anyone else with wedding rings?
No, you do not.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to Strahd and say, are you excited?
Well, I have not seen my brother I mean, I don't even remember him, so... I guess you could say I'm a little bit nervous.
And he's much younger than you?
Very much so, yes.
That's still not an excuse to help us out with all of this conquering business. I've been fighting since I was very young.
That is true, and I do appreciate all of your efforts that your family has given, and I promise they will not go unnoticed.
Oh, random soldier.
Huh. Well, maybe not. You want to hear a joke?
I don't know if now is such a time for a joke, but
It's
for
real quick.
you,
It's
I
real
guess
quick.
for you, I will permit it.
Okay. Say my name. What a stupid name, am I right? And I walk away.
What the fuck just happened?
Okay.
Seeing who he was in the world.
I thought we were taking. Okay, this is interesting now.
Yeah, this is all very interesting.
What the fuck?
I would have freaked out if Strahd was like, I still know who you are. I'm just playing along right now.
You see, I was actually
When this mission is done, I'm gonna cut
I
you.
was actually a drama kid in high school, and
I played a lot of D&D when I was younger.
okay, so that's Tux and Raidriar. Kilvin.
I just kind of want to listen to the guy in the vestments just to see if I learn anything about
Okay.
the.
I will say, you see, he is discussing about how much he's looking forward to meeting the brother, as he's heard he's a devout follower of the Morning Lord, and is expected to be ordained into the priesthood soon after he arrives. Interestingly enough, you do see the person he's talking to refer to this figure by the name Andrel.
Oh. Okay.
How do we remember Andro?
St. Angel's Bones.
Oh.
Yeah. That Angel. Interesting. And this is just a guy who's here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was the same person who brought Strahd the letter about his mother's death in the last chapter.
Alright. That's all I wanted.
Okay, Ren.
I'd like to look out the window for starters.
Okay.
Since
Yeah,
I'm
you notice looking out, whereas before when you had looked and seen the courtyard below and the walls and everything looked sort of dead, dilapidated. The grass was basically non-existent. But here you see a beautiful lush garden sit outside in the courtyard leading up to the castle, and you see the drawbridge down, and you see it seems outside has been prepared sort of to receive the many guests that have come to the castle today. And it looks very, very much more put together, as I had said than before.
Okay.
I will say, looking at the window, go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay.
Okay. You can't really tell what the depiction is on this window, exactly what it is, what it's referring to. This sun symbol.
Can I see the window?
Yeah, Kilvin, you would have recognized it as the symbol of the Morning Lord, basically.
Okay.
Oh, do I remember that same window from the hall when we were in
Yes.
Strahd's castle?
Yes, it... Let me check real quick.
Or was it like broken /
I
defaced?
believe that is the broken window. Yes, that is the broken window.
Oh.
So in present day Ravenloft, when you guys saw it, the window was smashed.
Okay. And then, are we wearing our gear?
Yeah.
I pull
No
up
one seems
the-
to be noticing you, though, or it seems you've been sort of placed here, and some magic is basically making you guys a part of this story.
Okay. I pull the hood of my cloak up anyways, and then do I notice anything different about... So I guess I've been around Barovian people for a while, and I have that skill that lets me memorize their accents. Do I notice these people speaking differently, like they're from different places, or are they all from here?
I'd say, yes, a lot of the voices have fairly different dialects, but you get hints of the Barovian one.
Okay.
It's definitely clear that not everybody is originally from around here.
Okay. And then do I notice anyone directly around me? Anyone that looks different than the regular nobles?
Most people just like your average noble.
Okay, I'd like to press myself back up against the wall
Okay.
and find a good vantage point to watch.
I run up to St. Andrel and I say, "It's very important that you die in Kresk. Bury yourself there."
Okay. Anyways. So, you see the murmurs of the hall are quieted by the groan of heavy wooden doors parting. A procession of marching footsteps and the fanfare of trumpets precedes a beautiful man with wavy black hair, kind eyes, and a warming smile, leading a group of a dozen people into the chamber. He approaches boldly, confidently, draped in the familiar robes of the Morning Lord. A gilded, radiant sword rests at his hip. The hilt of the weapon is so finely crafted that you would not be faulted for believing it was made of pure light.
Oh boy. Oh shit.
There, where the sword of sunlight comes from.
He drops to a knee before the throne. And you see, beside Strahd, Rahadin speaks up. He says, "Welcome, Sergei von Zarovich, second son of King Barov and Queen Ravenia, awakened son of the Morning Lord, to our castle Ravenloft. The keep's splendors and comforts are yours." And you see Sergei rises to his feet. And you see Strahd rise from his throne and turn and steps down the marble stairs. And he stands about a half-foot taller than his younger brother. He reaches to shake his guest's hand, but as their forearms meet, Sergei pulls his brother in for a hug. Strahd steps back after the hug and pronounces, loud enough for the room to hear, "It is good to have you, brother. Come, let us celebrate."
Does
Kilvin?
Strahd seem intimidated?
Go ahead and make a insight check, Ren. 15. He doesn't seem intimidated, but you see that by the hug, Strahd seems to become sort of physically uncomfortable by it. Like, it's not familiar, and it's definitely not the embrace that you've grown accustomed to, especially now with your relationship with Isaac. It's very different.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that, you see that the room erupts into applause. You see that the stained glass window shines like the rising sun, and sort of powerful rays overtake the whole scene and blanks out your vision. And when it recedes, you feel a gentle breeze brush your cheek. The earthly smell of fresh grass brings spring and summer warmth to your soul. The embrace of the sun wraps around you, but your serene focus is broken by raucous cheering. 3 sets of tiered benches have been constructed around a ring of dirt, and 2 guests currently stand at its center in studded armor with their weapons drawn. 40 feet ahead of you are 2 wrought iron gates that lead to an overlook, and Raidriar, you would recognize this as sort of the outside of the chapel before that overlook that you had your conversation with Strahd. That sort of small area.
Okay.
Even from this distance, you can see the snow caps off far in the mountain ranges to the east. And you see, at this point, the 2 young participants in the ring sort of give each other bows, sweat across their foreheads, and you see Rahadin step up and clap and goes, "Thank you, that was a rousing performance. Now, before we get on to the main event of the match between Strahd and Sergei, is anyone else here like to issue a challenge to entertain us all?"
Raidriar, kill him.
Raidriar,
Sure,
here's
yeah.
our man.
Yes,
oh,
I'll
yes.
stand.
Your name, please.
Raidriar.
And who would you like to who would you like to issue a challenge to?
Do I get the sense that it would be very out of order for me to be challenging Strahd or Sergei?
They're about to fight, so it wouldn't make much sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Challenge the Morning Lord dude.
He's just a...
Who else looks like a fighter here? I mean, Rahadin is here, right?
Rahadin is there. Yep,
But
he does have a scimitar.
he's-
He does have a scimitar at his side.
But he's running the show.
A proud rock gnome stands to the front and says, "I will challenge you."
Oh my god.
Are you actually Tux?
No.
Okay.
I say, never mind.
You do see Alexandra in the crowd. She is there.
Okay.
Gabriel is there. And
Who's
then
Gabriel?
other than that, that's the first. You would have killed one to pick that up. Gabriel Andrel is his full name.
Okay.
And then other than that, there's a few. There looks to be some sort of captain of the guard there that you haven't met before.
Like Isaac does it.
There's another woman who seems to be very important in the Church of the Morning Lord with very more ornate vestments and gowns.
Does Andrew look like a fighter?
He does have a mace at his hip,
That's
but he's wearing vestments. He does not appear to be wearing any armor.
Okay, I challenge you, Rahadin.
Oh, me. Very well. I am not one to deny the people what they wish, and you see the crowd begins to cheer and clap.
Crowd explodes like, oh, he did it!
And then Rodden goes, I assume you know the rules. First to 3 strikes is the victor.
Naturally.
Well, shall we begin? And go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll a dex check. I'm not going to do a combat tracker for this.
Oh.
You guys actually tied. But
His dex
Rodden
is probably
does go
16.
first.
Yeah.
He does go first. With that, you see Rodden whip out his sword and come and lunge at you. 17 to hit. Misses, and as he streaks across you, take your greatsword and parry the strike, and it pushes him aside. It's your turn.
Thank you, Kilvin.
Interestingly enough, you do not hear those voices in your head that you had heard before whenever you were near Rodden.
Yeah, I put that in my notes.
Oh, I had forgotten about that whole thing.
Yeah, whenever he first showed up to the what do you call it? The father, Irina's father's funeral, we got close to him, and it was like thousands of voices screaming in your head.
That also happened when he was attacking us.
Yep.
Does it seem like anyone can hear us in the clamor of all this?
Well, people are yelling and cheering, so it is pretty loud here.
Under my breath, just so Rahadin can hear, I'm going to say, what do you think we should do about the amber doors as I make my attack?
Okay.
I can't do the attack button, so I will just roll the die thing. I'm doing the blood spear, by the way.
Okay.
I'm using
7.
it.
As you strike across, after you, you use the spear to parry then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then as you parry and come in, Rahadin quickly turns around and does a spin, and your spear goes wide on him. He seems very dexterous.
Okay, more than 17 AC.
Yikes.
From 16 to 17. Because I didn't know your enemy.
You see, he goes, strikes back to you, and he goes, I'm not sure what you mean. Strikes again. With a 20 to hit this time.
That does hit.
And you see he manages to hit you on your side and land one blow, and he goes, that's one for me. And it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to say... Let me see here. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say, I heard someone talking about amber doors that were found in one of the... what's the name of those guys? Argonvosts?
Thanes? Oh.
No, I think that
Silver Dragon's outpost or something.
Okay.
I'll do another one.
Nice.
20 does hit.
Ah,
And so you, after he hits you, you grab his arm and thrust your spear and manage to poke him in the shoulder. And he goes, that's one for you. And he goes, and you see he strikes again, and he quickly states, so you mentioned what did you say to him?
so, like, I heard someone talking about amber doors that were found in a area the Silver Dragon, Order of the Silver Dragon, had controlled. Just bullshitting.
So you see as he strikes you, you hear him quickly say, I'm not sure what you mean. We searched every inch of that manor.
the amber doors, if you get a third question, the amber doors might be in one of the 3 places of power that we're hunting for.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Yep, and you see as he, after you hit him with your shoulder, he managed to swing down and hit your shoulder that you had thrust the spear from. And it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to say... Regardless, it seems worth checking on. Do we know where the rest of them fled to?
25 hits. As after he hits you, you bring the spear up and hit him on the side with the butt of the spear. You see, as he strikes back, he goes, "I'm not sure what you're talking about. You were there. We slew every last one of those knights."
Yeah, I think that's why they're all undead now.
15 to hit you. So his sword goes through the air and catches it, swipes right over your head as you duck down, and it's your turn again.
Okay. I'm gonna say, then what about the forest folk? What do we do about them? Try to get a sense of time here. I'm gonna use a maneuvering die.
Okay.
Precision attack. I have to roll an 8.
Are you sure
I
you
think-
want to win?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Damn it.
It's a trap.
Unfortunately, 16 is not enough, as you try to use one of the maneuvers that you had trained with, but Rodden just seems too quick for you. And he strikes back and goes, most of them were already taken care of before we dealt with the knight problem.
Really? Okay.
And so 18 to hit.
Barely hits.
Okay, with that, he does manage to land the third strike, and you see Rodden steps back and bows to you.
Alright, I do the same.
And you see the crowd cheers and goes, "Very, very, very good technique, Raidriar. I must applaud you.
Thank you.
Hopefully
You're not so proud
sometime-
yourself.
Hopefully we can learn more about each other in the future."
Oh, I think we will.
And with that, you step off the stage and return the crowd, and Rodden steps goes, "And now for the main event. We will watch a duel between the Lord Strahd von Zarovich and Lord Sergei von Zarovich. The rules are slightly different. First, to make the other surrender shall be deemed the victor."
Wow.
I know. Oh, God.
With that, you see Sergei and Strahd step up.
Kilvin, try and cheat for Sergei. Try and buff him.
I have a feeling I don't need to.
So you see Sergei's sword flies down, nearly chopping Strahd in half from the crown, but the Lord raises his sword in time to leave an inch gaps between steel and skull. Sergei dips back, narrowly evading his brother's red, black, and gold parrying dagger. He props up, tossing his own dagger into a reverse grip, and tilting his short sword, not like a noble in a duel, but a teenager in a street brawl. Strahd's eyes survey Sergei's sloppy stance. In a flurry of black cloth, he dives to an opening on his left before feigning right with the ritual dagger. The young von Zarovich stumbles, but manages to catch his brother's arm, batting the dagger away, just as the point scratches his armor. Back on his feet, Sergei brings his blade around in a broad sweep across his body and spins frantically towards his target. Strahd parries the obvious attack with ease, but the dervish twirls past the dagger that nearly finds the elder's throat. Strahd moves into the whirling blades like a dancer twirling in tandem with a partner, pulling his neck and back enough to avoid the fine steel edge, and forcing his brother to overstep. He stands swiftly upright, his blade held straight, the point pressed gently to the base of Sergei's skull. They lower their weapons and bow. The crowd erupts. They look over the people. Sergei waves enthusiastically, an enormous smile is plastered on his exuberant face, and hardly a drop of sweat breaks on his forehead. Strahd, drenched in sweat, blots his face with a black kerchief and waves out of obligation. His penetrating eyes snap briefly to his brother's direction, cutting more harshly than his long sword ever could. And with that, the cheer of the crowd and the sunlight bathes you all again, and your vision is blocked, and you find yourself in the familiar darkness, and Strahd's visage approaches, and you see somberly he looks towards you all, and he says, "He was handsome and youthful, and I hated him for both." And his visage apparates, and you all are forcefully ejected from the tome. Tux, as a reward for this book and completing this chapter, you may now cast Mage Armor as a ritual spell once per...
Well, hot damn.
How about that? Yeah.
How about
Problem
that?
solved.
And to think that I was going to learn that spell at some point.
Hey,
You did.
And now
okay,
we're back. Welcome back.
Yep. So you all are ejected from the tome here, and you all head out and head towards the sort of town center. It's not much. It's towards the gatehouse. It's the largest area you have, where previously you'd all had set up a few enough seating and sort of laid the spread out and everything. Tables waiting for the food to be created by Kilvin. And you see everybody gathered here and waiting for you all. What are you all doing?
Okay.
All right, Kilvin, this is all you. Pat you on the back. Get in
Welcome,
there.
everybody. Please sit.
They're all pretty quiet and
Please be
So-
seated.
Going to immediately do one of them.
okay.
Can you make anything with that spell?
Yes.
Why can I
Cool.
not?
All right, but are you casting your first create food and water?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's fine.
Because it's not in the foundry. That's why. I'm doing the pop out. I'm an idiot.
Okay, and you watch as Kilvin lays his hand out above, in front of the table where you were all planning on putting the food, and you see it all forms, and you see all the villagers' eyes go real wide, and they start whispering and murmuring to each other.
Oh yeah, I forgot. These people don't really like magic, do they?
Lux, if you will.
Remind me
me,
what I'm doing again.
Pop me just an image of the Morning Lord symbol.
Here you go. Yep. I am definitely going to make a dazzling image on top of Kilvin's head, raining down, sparkling, the image of the Morning Lord, as though it is blessing this meal.
Okay. Go ahead, because it's a cantrip. Go ahead and make a performance check.
Okay. Good thing I'm awesome at performance.
Does he get an advantage if I'm
Okay.
helping him by going, oh?
You see, now most of the people look, their eyes going wide, and less of a confused, but more of an awe-like state.
Perfect. All right. I whisper to Rin and Raidriar and say, hey, if you can locate any of Strahd's spies now might be a good time to solidify a real godly image of Kilvin by casting one out.
I don't know if we can spontaneously
Well,
find
no,
them.
we'll just
but
use
we
our
can
Strahd
get.
spy devices.
Yeah. Pull out that beeper.
The raven you sent has not returned yet, so...
Yeah.
Maybe we can save that for.
Oh, I have
Right.
an idea. We could get a silver knife and tell everyone to cut their palms as a part of a new covenant.
That sounds slightly culty.
I don't know
but,
about that one.
It's
Ren
a
pokes
one-off.
Raidriar and goes, speech.
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 You don't have
yeah.
something prepared?
Person with new silver crown.
You
Speech.
are the god here now.
Oh, there's no silver crown yet. That's currently
Not
still
yet.
being made.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
it'll show up eventually.
How about
Maybe
I
he's working hard on
spend
it.
the rest of the night with more illusions in the same way that I was walking around the town of Vallaki trying to spread rumors of us being heroes. I want to spread rumors that Kilvin really is a godlike figure and he can see people's hearts.
Oh, we're still doing the feast here.
Right. I guess like during
Kilvin,
the feast.
do you have anything prepared to say?
I just had a quick little prayer here as the
Okay.
image is over my head. Speaking to the people, as the sun leaves our sky, the warmth its light gives with it, we look toward a cold, dark future. We will get through this terrible time together, and with faith in the Morning Lord and my own Syrian, we can reach warmer, brighter days again, and then cast my other create food and water.
Okay.
Cool.
So go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Kilvin, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Damn.
Natural
Damn,
20.
1920. Shit.
Boom.
At this point, you see as most of the people who have been whispering, they start talking and start smiling. And you notice the general mood of the words you say starts bringing sort of the town spirits up, and you see some people start clapping and cheering for you, Kilvin, and bless the morning lord. A prophet, you even hear.
Praise be.
And you see people stand up and start moving towards the table and begin taking portions. And everybody seems to be starting to make merry and
Excellent.
enjoying themselves. You notice that Isaac seems to now have sat down with the table that had the 8 guards and begins talking with them a little bit and getting to know them.
Good work.
Hey, Tux, you have detect magic?
I can start preparing that. Give me 10 minutes.
I want to know if Strahd will hear what I'm about to say.
All right, give me 10 minutes and then give your speech.
Okay.
During this time, Ren just goes, "Let's party!" and like grabs a bottle of wine from the bag of holding, uncorks the piton, of course, and sits down at the table and starts to talk to some of the villagers.
Yeah, okay.
About and get to know people.
Yep.
Nom, nom,
Yeah.
nom, nom, nom.
Yeah. Raidriar, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, sure.
Well, so I'm assuming Tux, you do your detect magic.
Yep, I have...
If you,
Fuck, I don't want to place it... Oh, well.
other than any magical...
Yeah, I'm detecting magic for this area.
Yeah.
Do I notice anything?
Other than any equipment you guys have on you, you do not detect magic within 30 feet of you.
Okay. I also just
Sweet.
put down an area that basically goes to the wizard tower, and I don't know how to get rid of that.
Oh.
Fair.
But do I detect magic in that area?
Are you talking... are you...
He's on the
Yes, I'm trolling.
Oh, okay.
Funny joke.
So yeah, you do not sense anything strange around.
I give the Raidriar the thumbs up, and I say, you got 10 minutes.
Okay, so this won't take that very long. This is the Gettysburg Address.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm gonna addressing the crowd. I'm going to say, Strahd is no more a king of Barovia than the beasts that stalk the nights. How can he be a king when the werewolves, hags, and other terrors rule in his place? He sits in his castle, afraid to show himself, in the fear of revealing his mortality. We are not from Barovia. Like so many others, we were brought here against our will at Strahd's whim, and sent to the land to die. But this land belongs to us. We claim it just as we will claim Strahd's life.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
It's gonna be a natural one.
So that's some bold words. Okay.
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 You definitely... It seems some people aren't outright getting up and leaving. With that, you managed...
What a way to put it!
You do get the sense, though, that at the moment, even with... You're pretty convinced that you gave a good speech, well prepared. People seem to at least heed it, but at the mention of you overthrowing Strahd, people do seem to get a little bit apprehensive. You can tell that there's a lot of deep-seated fear, and it's going to take more than maybe one night's speech to take care of that. But you've definitely scratched the surface of these people's apprehensions.
Do any people look like this guy couldn't possibly do it, or does anyone look
Yeah.
like they have reservations, like they're about to say something?
Yeah, so while that's happening, could Ren be looking at the people trying to catch anybody who's like smirking or like very obviously dissenting from that opinion that Strahd is a bad guy?
Okay.
I know
Go
that's kind of a stretch for
No.
even an insight check.
Go
but-
ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Surveying the crowd, there's a lot of people here, and trying to like study all their faces and pick out one, it was going to be really difficult to
Sure.
spot anything out of the ordinary, but you
That's
just
reasonable.
get the sense of general uneasiness.
Makes sense.
I'm very interested in trying to find this too tonight, if possible. Can he do that with advantage?
I don't know how much.
Or
Or can I make a
check?
check as
Yeah.
well? A separate one?
Sure, go ahead. I'll let you do a perception check, but no, at that point,
Okay.
you're
Well, what's your perception bonus?
Only +1.
Okay, well, I was given the speech.
Okay, yeah, you do it.
Frefs.
I
do
did
it again?
ask you guys both to do it.
Yeah, so Snow said you can do it, like, quote unquote, later in the night.
Okay.
well.
Eh.
Yeah, even it's a pretty high DC.
Okay.
Spot anything out of the ordinary here.
To see the spies.
Cool
Okay.
beans. Do we see any people we recognize here at the feast? Is, like, literally everyone from Kresk here, or is anyone
Yeah,
missing
about everyone is here. You don't notice anybody that
that you've met?
that you've met that isn't here.
I see.
Um,
Oh, can I look for the thrift shop lady?
yeah, she's in the crowd. She does seem to be enjoying a fine plate of food off on her own in the corner, and she gives the occasional meh, and then goes chowing down a little bit.
I'd like to go over to her, and what was her name? Do I remember her name?
Let me pull it up real quick. Her name was Lady Kate, old woman
Okay.
Katarina.
So I sidle up to her, not to alarm her or anything, and go, "Want to see something interesting?"
What'd you do with my husband's ashes?
I pull out the husband's ashes and I go, "Check this shit out." And I pop the cap off and pull the wineskin out, kind of dust her husband's ashes off of it, and go, "Try this."
She sniffs it, and you see she cracks a toothy grin, and takes a swig out of the wineskin. You can see some of the ashes kind of got over her mouth a little bit here. And she goes, any reason you were storing that in his ashes?
I say, "If you drink it all, and then I put it back in the urn, it fills itself again. Your husband finally found a use."
Yeah, it's more useful than he ever was to me, that's for certain.
I like her.
I'm glad that damn urn's finally found something good other than sitting on a shelf collecting dust.
Oh,
Yep, it absolutely is. It is now my permanent wine producing urn.
That's so perfect for you.
It is perfect for me, and I tell her about what happened to me. About it. I kind of show her my arm because I don't think I had it the last time I saw her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Did you explain like the full story?
I tell her the other night I went up to the abbot, and lo and behold, he offered to sew my arm back on, and I thought he was crazy, but I told him to give it a try, and it hurt like a motherfucker, but it worked. And now I have to now I like my drink even more. Har har har.
Ah. That's interesting. I guess. It's a little weird to tell me.
all right. Who's the richest, most well-connected person here that is kind of off on their own, like out of earshot of a lot of people?
Dimitri.
Yeah, probably the mayor.
Okay.
burgomaster,
Yeah, I'm gonna walk.
Other than him, no one. You get the sense that no one here really owns many like possessions in the sense of like gold worth possessions.
Okay, but Dimitri definitely knows the people of this town, right?
Yep.
Enough, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down next to Dimitri and I'll just ask him, "You holding up all right?"
What do you think?
We took care of a great beast, and now we can finally celebrate.
Wow, you just called his kid a great beast.
I'll celebrate
Wow.
as much as I'd like, thank you.
I told him his wife is still alive, right?
Yeah.
That's-
I'd
We
assume so,
let him
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the best decision.
Let her live.
Are you sure? What?
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
It sounds like you have something on your mind. Is there anything you want to share? Anything that you think would be of relevance to us?
If she hadn't made friends in Wallachia, I wouldn't be surprised if she was going there now to complain.
Oh wow.
Complain about what?
Or
What do
like
you
when you
think?
say,
What do you mean with friends
Hey,
of Velaki that are going to complain?
I'm off on the corner with this man.
Come
No.
Okay.
you can ask. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, when you say friends in Valaki, are you talking about the Watchers?
Yeah.
Wow.
She knew Lady Fiona. She also knew Miss Petrovna, the Baron's wife.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
she knows. Oh, she knows the definitely current burgomasters. You're saying?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like those burgomasters are definitely going to be able to take care of her, right? Are you okay with that?
Don't worry. We know about the situation. I know about the situation in Valaki. Don't have to lie about it.
I'm not lying. Like, if she knows the Watchers, then she should be pretty well connected and well taken care of.
This is true, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to scheme something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying we should go kill her?
No, I was planning that, but I wasn't going to say that out loud.
Do you think we should go kill your wife?
I
'Cause
don't
I can
know,
totally
and I
go
don't
kill your
honestly don't care. And you see, he takes a whole bottle of wine and begins.
I appreciate your
drinking it.
honesty, sir.
From across the clearing, Ren sees him do that and goes, "My man!" and holds up his own bottle.
I guess I ask him, are you worried that anyone here might be, anyone else in this town might be connected to the Watchers? Anyone maybe relation to Strahd himself?
I highly doubt it. Most of the people here keep to themselves, barely ever leaving the walls.
Who do you think are the most frequent to leave the walls?
Like I said, none really. I mean, I guess there's a few people that take trips to Valaki if we ever need supplies, but other than that...
Do you think I could get a list of those names?
Right now.
Right now?
Later in the day.
Does it seem like this guy actually thinks that she's going to go to report on the Watchers and then she'll report to Strahd, or does he just want us to kill his wife because he hates her?
Probably a bit of both.
Make an insight check. He's really just taken the stance of, it seems, with his sullen features and everything, he just doesn't care anymore. It wouldn't matter anyways if she was alive. She's not going to be... There's no way the villagers here would let her back in.
Well,
So we're gonna have to kill her.
now
is what you're
I
saying.
want to ask him real quick. I want to suggest, if you have any... It sounds like since your wife has relation to the Watchers, you don't happen to have any relation to Strahd or any interest in trying to serve his needs, do you? You would tell us if you did, right?
Of course I would. I don't care.
Yeah. Poor guy.
The only thing that man really has ever done or did with us is... He doesn't tax us, so that's alright, I guess.
Yeah, cutting taxes.
Not like Valaki and Barovia, at least.
Interesting.
I don't think we knew they were taxed.
Why
up
do you think that
until now.
is? Why do you think Strahd leaves this town alone?
I can imagine that there's not much to really take from here.
That is
I
accurate.
look around and say, that's a good point. Well, I have to go take a leak. Ren, can you help me?
What? Yeah, sure.
Ren, Raidriar, do you guys want to help out?
You need me to hold it for you?
I
need
need
a
you to help
hand.
me hold my
Okay.
massive rock gnome penis.
Can I slip out the door with Ren and Raidriar?
Hold the
Well, this is
boulder.
all happening outside.
Yeah, we're in like a
Oh,
courtyardy
okay.
type place.
So you can walk away.
We're tracking down that armor. We gotta go before she gets to Valaki.
Oh,
Well, we are not. I am not leaving tonight.
Wasn't that? I'm still not certain about the days. Isn't this the day of the feast? This is the day that we killed the thing, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like a couple
but
hours
that
ago.
was... No, that was not a couple hours ago. That was like in the morning.
Yeah, it's been like 12
This is-
hours.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's a full day to get there,
Okay, so Ren did already have a plan to send a couple, like to search around town for some like younger people that maybe, you know, either don't like it very much here or are just, you know, willing to be hired and to send them after her.
I have plans for that stuff in the coming days.
Yeah, so I don't think it's worthwhile to worry about it right now, but Ren had already planned on sending someone after her, and now that we have a little more information about she might be scheming something, then we'll tell the people that we send after her, like, be careful. And also, if she seems to be like buddy with the Watchers, then just don't even bother trying to recruit her and just off her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
because
the villagers won't mind.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
hate
yeah,
her.
that's a good point.
So we
Also
can
the
save
Raven.
that. That was a plan that I had to do on day 2.
Okay.
Send people.
Well,
I
yeah,
would
the
go
Watchers
for
might
that.
protect her, though.
Yeah, you never know.
So, okay, to move this along a little bit, anything else tonight before we go to rest here?
I do just want to, like, try and spread rumors about Kilvin's ability to see people's hearts.
Ooh, Kilvin. Ooh.
Okay.
Using
so in the
illusion
time-
so it doesn't sound like it's coming from me. It sounds like it's coming from townspeople.
Okay, go ahead and make another performance. Let's do
Deception
persuasion.
check.
Deception, yeah. I guess deception would probably be the better one.
It
You're
is a
right.
lie.
Yep.
I probably should have been doing it then.
Ooh.
Fuck.
18.
All right, so remember all those bad rolls last time? It's paying off in spades.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're making up for it now.
I mean, with the food and the service and everything, people are definitely seeing Kilvin as a little more than just your average ordinary dwarf.
It's almost like he's a
Cool.
god.
I wouldn't so go far and say that's how they think, but maybe, a holy man for certain.
Maybe I'll go up to some of the kids and I'll say, "Look at that godlike Kilvin."
Yeah, to
The
him,
con- the kids
to
might
them,
believe
he's a
it.
giant.
Well, not really.
So, if that's it, is everybody ready to go to rest tonight? And then
Yeah.
we'll
Could
take care of the
Ren-
first day.
Yeah, could Ren do that? Don't remember exactly what I wrote when I was texting you Ren's plan. Could I stay up for 2 hours after everybody's kind of leaving the festival and just watch?
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to find a tall place, maybe go over to the wall and look in on Kresk and just watch for a couple hours after the feast.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage, though, because you're surveying a wide area and it's dark out.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, disadvantage. Rip.
Yeah. Unfortunate. You're looking, and you don't seem to, in these 2 hours, you don't seem to spot anything out of the ordinary, really.
I'm really only looking for people moving around still that haven't already gone to their houses. That's it.
Yeah, you don't seem to notice any of that from your vantage point here.
Cool beans.
The town seems pretty quiet, especially after all the festivities.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, with that, it's a long rest. Start of the next day was slated for the 4th chapter you guys did of the book in the morning. So that'll take up the first. Well, take up Tux's first sort of 5 hours. Everybody else can do their own thing in that time. But so for the first day, right? Ren, Raidriar, you guys are going out, right, with guards.
Yep. That was
Yeah.
sounds good. Could I also do the same thing at night in the morning, like 2 hours kind of during the dawn hours? I want to see who gets up first, if I can.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. You don't have to do it at disadvantage this time, though, because it's not dark out.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get up like just before it's getting light. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
I will roll it. I'll roll it a second time if you need. I can roll at advantage.
No, just straight roll.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's fine. Looking around, you see most people get up and immediately sort of go to their backyards here and begin doing their morning sort of routine of taking care of any sort of gardening tasks they have. Some people come out, you see some people coming out, maybe doing a few repairs on buildings and stuff, but nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Okay.
However, Ren, as you sit out here in the morning, a raven does fly to you.
Oh boy. I let it perch on my hand.
It has a letter in its beak.
I take the letter.
Okay. And it flies away.
Shall I read it?
Please.
It says, doing some digging, it appears that we know of 2 spies that Strahd employs that pose as villagers of Kresk. They are a couple named Sophia and Victor Timofti. They live in one of the cottages on the western side of town. We have spotted them seemingly talking to thin air and reporting to various creatures that appear outside their home. Signed, Adrian Mardikov.
All right.
Ooh.
Here's
Okay.
the plan,
I feel
guys.
better about the lady now.
We're going to start spreading the rumor now that Kilvin knows of some people with less than pure intent. We're going to go.
Oh boy, are we starting a red scare here?
We're going
Shouldn't
to
we just go kill these people right now?
No, first
they
we
heard
spread
the
the
speech and
rumor,
they're probably
then we
gonna report.
smite them down, and we say, we know of a couple more. Speak now, and you won't receive the same punishment.
I think if we give them time to react, Strahd knows what we're doing.
That's a good point.
I agree. But remember, it's already been
But we
8
want them to
hours.
know that we're not just smiting 2 random villagers. We want them to.
I'm sorry, Snow. I lost the letter in the mix. Do you know where it went? I didn't write down
sorry.
her name before I closed it.
No problem. I will. This one, I can make it a permanent thing in the Raven letters thing.
Yeah, that would be useful.
I can also just copy and paste this to the Discord.
And
but
it is now, you guys are now observers of it, so you should be able to see it.
Nice.
cool.
Perfect. Thanks.
Strahd doesn't care. He doesn't care.
I can't imagine.
We
You might care.
didn't say that. I didn't say in my speech, like, we own this town now. I just said, like, oh, we're totally going to kill Strahd. And he's never cared about that from the beginning.
That's true.
Yeah, he also
Um,
just kidnapped Irina like 2 days ago, so he's probably preoccupied. a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit,
we
but,
just want to disincentivize anyone from talking to Strahd here at Kresk.
I mean, we have 5
Yep.
hours. I
Well,
agree that
let's-
we should go see them this morning.
Yeah, well, Tux is studying the book right
Yeah,
now.
so you guys can do
Tux,
whatever
yeah.
you want.
So what are you guys doing this morning? Kilvin, I'm going to assume that you're just getting up and getting going on your,
Yeah,
with
we're-
Gregory doing your thing. So
We
Ren
are crafting.
Raidriar, this is your time.
Yep.
Okay, so we need to. Okay, yeah. So I get the letter in the morning. I tell Raidriar about it as soon as I see him, and I say this is definitely the afternoon's business.
Fun.
Okay. And you're all once again sucked into the tome.
Suck.
So again, you see forming Strahd's visage in the darkness, and he steps over to you all, and he says, "Then, all my disparaging thoughts fell away like dead leaves. She was, without doubt, the most beautiful person I had ever seen."
Ooh. Pre-Frankenstein.
It's gonna be motherfucking okay.
You all find yourselves in a very familiar room. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate a magnificent feast hall.
Don't tempt me.
I cannot control the volume here. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Is
Oh,
that
now
good?
now it's working.
Interactive Tome of Strahd.
Yep.
Everyone quiet down in here.
Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls supporting the ceiling. At the center of the far west hall, between floor-to-ceiling mirrors, brass pipes climb the stone-like grapevines. They extend upward from the wooden basin of expensive pipe organ. The grand fireplace set into the southern wall blankets the room in a homey warmth. And this, of course, is the dining hall that you all had sat in during your dinner with Strahd. You see, you all are seated in the center of a room at a chestnut refractory table draped with a white satin tablecloth. The table is laden with an assortment of delectable foods. Roasted beast basted in savory sauce, roots and herbs from distant lands, and sweet fruits and fresh vegetables of all sizes and colors. You see at the table are seated yourselves, as well as 4 other guests, as well as spaces for 2 others that are currently empty. Each set with delicate porcelain and silver. Each plate is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid emanating a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. You see, sitting at the head of the table is Strahd himself. Next to him appears to be a female dusk elf.
Oh no.
Next to them, to their left, is Rahden, as well as the figure that you had seen at the tournament before. The woman who seems to be dressed up in the vestments of the Morning Lord, who seems to be a high-ranking member. And then, like I said, to next to them, finishing off the table, across from you guys are 2 empty seats. And you see Strahd speak up and goes, I do hope Sergei gets here soon. He's keeping our guests waiting. I apologize for the delay. I know you all traveled a long way to come here and visit our lands.
Is it okay if we start digging in now?
Oh, feel free.
I'm
sure you're hungry after the journey.
I grab a plate of beast sauce.
Okay.
Is there more garlic bread?
There is garlic bread on the table, yes.
Ren more politely.
Try to get certain foods from your lands that you had come from to make you more at home at your stay here in the valley. How are you enjoying yourself so far? I know you just arrived, but...
Well, there are certainly a lot of
dandelions.
sights to take in. Why, we've heard about a wondrous temple with great, splendid amber doors.
Really? I don't remember such thing.
They don't exist.
So, I want Kilvin. I want you to make an insight check.
Oh, nothing gets by our Kilvin.
Roll high, motherfucker. You're due one.
Blah,
You're
blah.
due one. Does he get help from any of us?
Roll that die.
Roll
Roll
with
that die.
Okay.
It.
At the mention of this temple, you see Petrina... Or shit. Fuck.
That's the priest lady's name? Alright.
No, the Dusk Elf sitting next to Strahd flinches. Very briefly.
Okay.
So the Dusk Elves have it. The Dusk Elves have it.
Okay.
So,
But our guest here knows about those amber doors, right?
Oof.
Well, you don't know.
The
this.
only
are you looking at
only
the Dusk Elf?
Yeah,
only Kilvin notices.
that's true.
Yeah,
Well-
only Kilvin notice. Anyways.
Okay, you're right.
By
yeah,
the way,
so-
everybody, Sergei had a messenger come saying that he met someone in the village of Barovia and that they will be joining us for dinner. So I hope that's all right with you all if we have an extra guest tonight.
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Problem.
This is a guest from the village of Barovia?
Yes,
gonna be her.
It seems strange to me that I don't know any nobles that are free at the time, so...
Oh man, I'm dying for some Wizards of the Wine.
At this, you see the doors to the dining hall open and steps in Sergei that you'd seen before, and following behind him is someone who looks almost exactly like Irina.
Can we tell if there is anything different?
Other than the clothes, not much. She seems to be wearing very sort of commoner clothing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you see immediately Strahd. While everyone else is sitting, Strahd stands in his chair, from his chair.
Stands in his chair.
He stands up
Stands
from
out
his
of his
chair, seemingly enraptured by this woman. And Sergei goes, excuse my delays. Everyone, this is Tatiana. I met her in the chapel at the village. We got to talking, and I decided to invite her to dinner today. And you see Tatiana's very quiet and kind of looking down, and you get the sense that she seems very uncomfortable right now being in the castle.
Same.
So, and
You got a last name, Tatiana?
No, I'm just a commoner.
Welcome to a feast.
What are you doing here in this
I
castle?
sure hope nothing terrible happens to you in the future.
Sergei
Does,
said I could join you all for dinner. I hope I'm not intruding.
Does anyone
And
else
Strahd
around the
immediately
table
goes,
take
"No."
offense?
No, you're not intruding at all. Please sit down. Tatiana, was it?
Oof.
Yes, and you see the dusk elf next to Strahd glares at Tatiana
Oof. Big oof.
Oh no.
and goes, it seems strange to me that you wouldn't at least dress her in some finer clothing. She was going to meet the likes of
Ooh.
us.
Oof.
And you see Strahd, like, not even saying anything to her, puts his hand, like, in front of her, basically.
Oh,
Wow.
See, that cuts even deeper. And Rahadin goes, yes. He stands up, and he gives a sly grin to the other, because, you guys know that Rahadin's a Dusk Elf as well.
Mhm.
And he kind of gives a sly grin to this other Dusk Elf and goes, yes, Tatiana, tell us more about yourself. Oh, well, there's not much to know. I was born in the village, and my father is a cobbler in the village, and Tatiana explains a bit more about herself, and Strahd goes, well, I didn't know one such as yourself graced our valley with your presence. And you see she kind of blushes and looks down at this.
She's like, what the fuck do you mean?
And you see Sergei sit down and goes, yes, she's
Very few
quite
cobblers.
she's quite the extraordinary person, if I do say so. We have much in common. Wow. I mean, Tatiana, we must have talked for hours in the chapel. And you see Strahd kind of sit back down and kind of twitch a little bit. And you see Strahd sits down and goes, yes, by the way, Sergei, I heard you're continuing with your ordination into the church. Is that correct? And Sergei goes, yes, it's almost done now. Alona says that, and you see he gestures to the woman sitting.
What was her name?
Alona, Ilona. Alona says that the ordination should be any day now. And you see Strahd sit back down, and he sits back and goes, so, Sergei, remind me, I forgot, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't one of the conditions of your priesthood in the Church of the Morning Lord that you have to take a vow of non-marriage? Is that not correct?
Oof.
And you see Sergei chuckle and go, that is correct, Strahd, but who knows, rules can change. And you see he looks over at
Wow.
Tatiana, and you see her eyes kind of light up, and she seems almost at peace when Sergei turns to her. And you see Rahadin speaks up, well, I have heard that Strahd, I did hear too that you began studying the arcane, is that correct? And you see Strahd look back and smile and go, yes, I do say so. I've begun picking up on the arcane arts a little bit. Patrina here has been assisting me, as well as that mage that's been visiting. I can't quite remember his name, but
Mordekaiser.
I believe it started with an A, and Andrelius, I think it was.
Yeah, Strahd, I do know what it's like to turn to magic after being physically overpowered.
Andrelius.
Andrelius. Is he like an elf? Do you think he'll be alive in, like, say, 350 years?
No, I believe he's just a human.
No, he'll be dead, won't he?
Well, I mean, Mordenkainen's alive.
Yeah.
Is he that old?
He's like a big boy wizard. He can probably time travel.
You see Patrina speak and goes, yes, I have been helping you out a lot, Strahd. I hope my efforts haven't gone unnoticed. And she turns it to Tatiana again. Yes, that's great, Patrina, that's great. Anyways, Tatiana. Why, after dinner here, don't you think you could stay in the castle as my guest? I can have a room drawn up for you immediately. And you see she kind of looks side to side and goes, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with that. And you see Sergei go, I can escort her back to the village. It's no problem. And you see Patrina speak up and go, "I think she should leave." And you see, as she says that, Rahadin looks at her and looks at Strahd and goes, "No, I think it would be lovely to have Tatiana as a guest in our
He gets it.
castle tonight."
Wow, Rahadin is Strahd's wingman.
Yep, literally.
And you see Sergei put his hands up and goes, Tatiana, I'll respect whatever you wish. And you see Strahd go, "Please, I would love to have you stay in my castle tonight." And you see she looks up and her eyes fall to Sergei and look into his eyes and go, "Well, if it's just for a night, I guess I don't see the problem." And you see Strahd's face fall somber as she does this. And with that, you see the light again fill the room. And is there anything people would like to say or ask then, I guess, during all this conversation? I'll let everybody get in a word.
Shit, I had something. Someone else go first. I had something.
Kilvin just wanted to talk to the lady to his left, Ilona,
Mm-hmm.
and just get to know her.
Yep, so she introduces, while this conversation is going on, talking to her, she does introduce herself as Ilona Dorovna. She says that, first she asks you about if you have any experience with, deities or the divine.
Yes, I am a cleric of Sirion.
Oh, yes, I believe I have heard of that. He's a god of forge, correct?
Fire, yeah.
Fire, yes. Sorry, excuse me. I'm not completely familiar with
No worries.
deities.
Who do you follow? I guess I take it the Morning Lord, the local.
Yes, the Morning Lord. I'm actually in charge of developing the churches in the town of Vallaki as it's being constructed.
Oh.
As well as overseeing a few of the other things. Currently, I'm in the process of trying to help Strahd decide who's going to run the town. Currently, it's between two families.
Which two families would that be?
That would be the Watchters and the Valakoviches.
See.
I'm
Who do you
leaning
think?
more towards the Watchters, but who knows what Strahd will decide.
Interesting.
Okay,
They might not get to
Raidriar,
rule anything for a few hundred years, but
Raidriar, Ren, Tux, anything?
Looks at Strahd and says, "Sir, have I been a faithful servant of yours? Assuming that the same rules from the last book chapter are applying here, and that for some reason I fit into this story."
If you see yourself as, you were all just diplomats from a faraway land visiting, I thought.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Well,
Your land has strange customs, young man.
well, I am quite young for the. We actually put the young people in charge because they make more rash decisions, and it tends to bring us great fortune.
interesting. You do have some weird customs.
All right, that didn't work, so that's it.
Oh, I did hear something about a room in your castle. The heart something?
The heart?
The heart? Yeah. Something about a heart.
I honestly can't say I know what you're talking about.
Where would you store a heart?
Roll a dice.
Yeah,
And a plus 2 to it?
Insight check.
13. I can read you like a book.
He looks completely confused when you've asked this question.
Okay, keep your secrets. Alright.
Okay, Tux?
Nope. I've got nothing.
Okay. And with that, I'll say your vision is obscured now by the light, and the darkness returns, and Strahd's visage returns, and he says, "It was as if the sun had favored me, or it was as if the sun that had favored me had been all along hidden by a cloud. Its brilliant glory now shone in full upon him, and him alone. You're whisked away to the castle courtyard, where Strahd walks alongside Tatiana in the soft dusk light. He asks her how she finds her new quarters here, and of her satisfaction with the amenities of castle life. Everything is wonderful, old one. Strahd's eyes momentarily grow wide as if a knife has suddenly pierced his chest. The sound of a gentle harp strums over the quiet courtyard, and the mists blind you.
Does the harp like make a?
A string breaks.
Yes.
I figured you'd like that one, Raidriar.
Oh my god.
We have a new
Old
nickname
one.
for Strahd.
Old. Yes.
Oh, you know it. Oh, I
Tatiana,
can't wait.
so the mist blind you. Tatiana giggles behind you, but you are no longer behind the castle. She sits on a stool in a grandiose paneled music room. Her hair has grown several inches, and her homely vestments have been replaced by a simple but beautiful summer dress. Stunning harp music drifts through the air, and you can see Strahd plucking at the instrument strings entirely at peace, and enraptured by Tatiana's joy. Almost frozen in time, the two begin to sing, until a door clicks and Sergei enters. She stands, bows to him, and he hurries towards her, hugging her so tightly that she rises from the ground, and he spins her around and around the fading room.
This was Strahd and Tatiana, or
No, so Tatiana and Strahd were in this performance hall playing music together, and Strahd was just completely enraptured by Tatiana and the joy they were having playing music together. And then Sergei came in and Tatiana ran and embraced him. And Sergei picked him up and spun him around.
okay. I completely forget who Sergei is.
His brother.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
I was gonna say, where are you,
Oh,
buddy?
wait, where have you been, buddy?
Anyways, Kilvin, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay. Gonna be a nat 1 here.
I'm definitely going to turn into a vampire and kill you, Sergei. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Nice.
So you notice that as Sergei picks and twirls Tatiana around, she seems a little confused almost. Not to a point of dislike per se, but it seems she feels uneasy, and you see that it's almost like she has this small sense of guilt on her face as her eyes sort of flicker in Strahd's direction.
I see.
Again, you watch as Sergei and Tatiana spin, and Tatiana continues to spin, and her already stunning dress morphs into a blossoming red gown with a large petticoat. She now dances in a ballroom, the same hall where you sat for dinner, now cleared for a crowd. She whirls to the tune of the now lively pipe organ and a small band. Her outstretched hands clasp Sergei's face, or clasp Sergei's, not his face, his hands, as he forms from the mist, and they are entwined, twirling and floating through a crowd of nobility, all doing the same. All but Lord Strahd von Zarovich, who sits starkly below a deathly still portrait of his own likeness. He calls
What a
for
weirdo.
he calls
True.
for a toast to the people of Barovia and his incredible guest, staring deeply into Tatiana's eyes. He steps forward from his throne and presents Tatiana and Sergei with goblets. Would anybody like to do anything? I'd say you all are probably standing near Sergei and Tatiana at this point, as Strahd brings the goblets to them.
I'm gonna say, do you have any other family besides your father, Tatiana?
No, my mother
Turns
passed.
around and is confused by why you're talking
Yeah.
to her right now.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in the middle of a dance, but if you must know, my mother passed when I was young.
So where the fuck did Irina come from?
She's a reincarnation. It's her soul.
So,
Okay.
Ren, something you having been in the Thieves Guild and the sort of involved in those kind of operations, something isn't right. I want you to make you sense something off. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Hey, I like that.
Ow.
13.
Okay.
Expertise, baby.
You notice that
Surely.
as Strahd had been walking over with these goblets, it seemed he removed a small vial from his pocket and poured it into the goblet seemingly he's handing towards Tatiana. It contained like a bubbling pink liquid.
It's starting the arcane.
When do I notice this?
As he's sort of making his way towards them, and now he's come to you all, and you see Sergei, Tatiana, here you are, and you see he hands the glass, he poured something in towards Tatiana. Is anybody doing anything?
Ren walks up to Tatiana and goes, doesn't even hesitate. Is the glass in her hand now?
Yeah, she's already taken it.
Okay, I don't even try to take it out of her hand, and I don't even hesitate. I just move the glass to my mouth, like bend over towards, I assume, whatever hand she has it in, and just take like a sip of it, and then see what happens.
She looks like she looks very confused.
I stand up.
Okay, as you drink this, would you be looking at Strahd?
No, okay, no. I'm looking straight at what's her name, Tatiana. I take a sip from her glass. Don't even try to take it from her. Just literally tilt her glass towards me. Take a pretty decent sip of it, and then I stand straight up, take one step back, and hold my finger up and go, wait.
You see Strahd, anger begins to bubble over his face, but he seems to be trying to hide it under a look of confusion.
Now Ren looks straight at Strahd and grins really big.
As you looked at Tatiana, you noticed that Tatiana's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your entire life, Ren. Nothing could ever or will ever compare.
I voice this feeling. I get down on one knee and say, Tatiana, I love you, and we need to leave here right now. You're the only one for me.
At this point, Sergei steps between you two and goes, "Who the hell do you think you are?"
I'm the dude that drank the wine.
Let me go away from this creep.
I'm the dude that drank the wine.
And you see Tatiana spill her glass at this point on the floor. And a bunch of the guests turn and gasp. And you see Strahd storm off in anger. And
as he walks out.
God.
Just for the fuck of it.
Make a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics? Oh no.
Because it's like you're trying to finagle this foot, like
shit.
You don't mention. Strahd just kind of stumbles over it a little bit and turns it to you. And
that was embarrassing.
And then you see the mist take you again, and you see Strahd's visage appears once more and goes, "One would think the ritual for casting a love spell or creating a love filter would be more common, but my books were bereft of such things, except for a single short treatise on the subject. The writer's conclusion that love was a force that could not be successfully reproduced by magical methods struck me as being inanely smug." And that will close this chapter. And, well, the reward for this chapter is, Tux, in your mind you feel something enter, and you now know the exact recipe for crafting a filter of love.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Huh.
This is information.
Wow.
This could be useful.
Too bad Tux is
You
asexual.
could use it on the members of the court.
So wait, was Tux watching?
Tux isn't necessarily
when
romantic, though.
It's true.
Was Tux watching when that happened to me in the dream?
Yeah.
I want to know how that worked. Does Tux know now?
I know how that potion works.
Well, you know how the potion works. So how does it work? I feel like I should have fallen in love with Strahd.
Well, you were looking at Tatiana, right? While you were taking the sip.
Oh.
Yeah, you clarified that you were not looking at Strahd. You were looking at Tatiana.
That's hilarious that happened that way. But at least I didn't declare my love for Strahd.
Strahd, you have the most... Oh, fuck.
Your complexion is the best.
You couldn't even get yourself to do it as a joke, Raidriar. Damn.
Nope.
So there's 8 standing guards in Kresk. How many of them are you taking with you?
Who would look like the strongest?
They all look pretty even. No one looks... There is one man who seems to stand out between the rest, and he introduces himself as Vlad Lupascu.
Is he from...
That's just from the books. The book gives a name generator. That's what I came up with.
Vlad Lupascu.
And he says, yes, I sort of headed up the guards here. We're not really much. We don't really have any training.
Okay, one
We
more.
use spears because they're the easiest thing. And we
Yeah.
mostly just sit on the walls and watch. I don't think anyone here has actually stabbed anything before.
All right. I'm gonna take one more with me for the moment.
Okay,
Who
so
else?
so you're gonna take 2 guards.
Yep.
You see a woman approach, and she goes, "My name's Annika, and I was really inspired about what you said yesterday, Raidriar."
Perfect. Hit me.
Hit you?
Take your spear and try to hit me.
Okay.
Oh, Isaac should be present as well. He's coming on this trip.
Yeah, he's here. You see she braces with her spear and charges at you. 10 to hit.
Okay.
Uh,
You'll do.
yeah, she,
Not even moving, just letting it ching off my plate armor. Be like, all right, perfect.
Okay.
So I gather this is the leader of the guard, and then just a guard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're trying to put Isaac as the head of the guards now. So they should work. This guy Vlad should work with Isaac.
So, if you said you're staying probably within a mile of the town, just kind of going out a little bit.
Yep. And just killing a whole bunch of stuff with a spear.
Go ahead and make a survival check for the day. And I'll say because Ren is coming with you on this one you can do at advantage.
2 tens.
Okay.
15.
15. You do manage to find actually a decent amount of... You find a few groups of wolves, about 3 or 4 in total, that you've been clearing out and sort of training these guards. No one seems to really take any wounds at all. It seems fairly simple.
Mhm.
But you clear a decent amount of them. You do notice something, though, as you are going around near the town. You have stumbled upon... Every now and then you come across a strange sort of like twig fetish and sort of
Twig fetish?
straw effigy. So a twig fetish is sort of like a voodoo doll made out of twigs.
Okay.
Not like somebody has a
it seemed to be-
twig fetish.
Yeah.
Hanging from a tree, at various trees and stuff, and you notice a significant amount of rats, frogs, and things like sort of rodents kind of around as you are hunting down these wolves.
Am I able to identify a giant rat that makes all of the rules? Post in the comments section if you understand that reference.
Okay. So then,
Do the other two know what this is? Or have seen it? Because this is within a mile of the town, right?
yeah,
Okay.
the goats go, Vlad goes, well, like I said, we haven't been out much of the wall, but we've never seen this many. I mean, frogs. I mean, it's pretty dry around here.
That's odd.
So effigies and rats and frogs.
Okay. And I'm going to say that you guys would have left after the chapter 4 of the book. You guys would have waited for that. So, Tux, what would you want to do after that?
Okay, so we're doing the book now?
The book's already done. We're going to say the book's done now.
Okay.
And Raidriar, I'll say you do get a decent amount of wolf kills with the spear, but it seems these creatures, it's not taking as much blood as it did with the Ilya monster for certain.
All right. Well, while Rin and Raidriar are out, Kilvin and I will go smite those spies.
You don't know about it yet, though.
Yeah,
You didn't tell Kilvin?
No.
Unless I saw him.
I'm out in the town. I'm
Okay.
not the smith.
I mean, if you came with
Yeah,
Raidriar, but
Kilvin's
he's-
making you guys a lot of gear, so that's where most of his time's being
Yeah, he's pretty
dedicated
busy.
to over these
Okay.
3 days.
Well, in that case, I'll just start working on the next chapters of the book.
Okay, just get it ready.
Yeah, so Rin and Raidriar went out. Wait, but they were with us in the book.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The book's done already. It happened in the morning.
Okay.
So that's done now. You have some time before. You know about that Ren and Rach are going to be out for most of the day. So you have some time between now and when you next do the book if there's anything you want to do.
I'll just go into the book alone. Maybe that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Don't.
Okay.
I'll prepare the next part of the book, but I don't know if I'll go in.
Okay. I'm just saying, is there any... If there's nothing... If you're just like, you just want to hang around and stuff, that's totally fine. I'm just... If you want to use the time for anything...
You were gonna make toys.
Yeah, I'll
you
do
had
that
extra time.
tonight.
Yeah,
Right,
actually,
I'll just
that'd
spend
be
another
great.
4 hours. Wait, so, okay. Are we assuming that those 4 hours have already passed and I've prepared the next section of the book?
Yeah, well, I'll say I'll say you can take time in the day just to get the book ready, so that when people get back, you can all go in together.
Okay.
That sounds like a good plan.
Well,
If you have nothing to do, that's fine. I'm just giving you some time because you have time.
Let's
here.
see, how long, or how much does this
But
take?
I don't want to take too much time.
Okay, this takes...
If you don't have anything, don't sit
1
here and
hour.
think.
How many hours do I have?
So studying it takes 4 because you're by yourself, and then it takes 1. They're gonna get in the evening, so you have probably about 6-7 hours.
Then I'm going to make 7 toy Strahds.
Okay.
Not creepy at all.
So here's the thing: do you have materials? Because it's 10 gold's worth of materials. It's not like you can just transform 10 gold into a toy.
Okay.
So if you have something that you can take apart or look around, or
Go barter with the thrift shop lady.
you also don't forget I did prepare stuff. If you want to scout with the Raven, you can do that too.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess after I prepared the next session, I want to send the Raven out. I have, let me be totally sure about this, and I'll try not to take too much time here, but I do have advantage when trying to recall Barovian history or lore. How much do I know about the history of the werewolves? Like, have we come into, we've talked about them a little bit with Strahd, a little bit with people around Kresk in here. How much do I know about the werewolf history?
Okay, go ahead and make a history check at advantage. Okay, you do know that typically the werewolves, when they're just out hunting, they typically only do it at night, and they're from what Richton's told you and everything, they typically only go out at night unless they have a reason to. And I'll say that's what you pick up from studying.
The wolves included only go out at night? Do the wolves and werewolves like group up a lot?
Yeah, with that history check, yes, you know that typically they run as a group. Okay, so there's that. I want you to make a perception check for the Raven. 5, okay. So after some time, your Raven returns, and it doesn't seem to have found anything. It doesn't indicate anything.
Okay. Is it?
So,
It's afternoon now. I can send it out tonight and try again.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have a better shot.
While the Raven is gone, Tux, a hooded figure approaches you, finds you in the town. It's a familiar hood and cloak, one of the guards at the Abbey.
Okay.
And they seem to be taking special care to hide most of their features, and they go, "Master wishes to speak to you."
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Point me in the direction.
He gestures you to follow and leads you up the hill towards the Abbey. Takes you to the Abbey and brings you through the courtyard to the dining room that you had been in before. Vasilka is still there, and you see the abbot waiting, and he goes, Tux, so glad you could join us.
It's been so long, Abbot. What have you been up to?
Well, as I said, I would look into that person that you had lost, and I believe I may have found something.
No shit. What'd you
I
find?
spent most of my day focusing on it.
That's impressive, sir.
Yes, it's much easier when the body is still attached to the soul.
That makes sense. So what'd you find? Is he still in this plane?
No, he seems to be in the dark spaces between the lands here. Phasing in and out of this valley and there. I can't imagine what that's doing to his mind.
I couldn't imagine either. Do you know where he'll pop up next?
Unfortunately, no. It is seemingly random. However, I believe with my practices, I may be able to bring him to us.
Really? Okay.
However,
Come here, you little shit.
We'll be honest with you. He's a pretty dangerous individual.
the portal
yeah.
that I must open and drag him through. Once opened, it will take me some time to bring him here, and the space between. I am not sure what else might come out of it.
Interesting. Okay. But you're an all-powerful being, right? You should be able to handle.
But most of my concentration will be on finding and searching for the boy while it's over.
Are you saying that we're about to fight those testicle monsters from Rick and Morty that are like interdimensional police?
Yes,
Because I feel
we're
like
fighting
that's what you're
interdimensional
saying.
police right now.
So,
I'm down.
Do you
If
think
that-
I can handle them?
alone, I doubt it.
Fair enough.
But if that's something your group is interested in, I will be willing. But, as you know, my services do not come for free.
But I gave you a giant eyeball.
You see,
We'll give you the kid's body. All of it.
You
whole
can have the
thing.
kid's body.
unfortunately, that is not what I'm asking for here. You see... And you see kind of grimaces and just scrunches his face up and goes,
Oh, what's wrong, buddy?
A certain type of creature or creatures has recently taken residence near the town.
Oh, shit. Well, we are a group of adventurers.
Hags.
Okay,
I
perfect.
loathe those creatures so much that I refuse to search them out myself.
Don't you worry, sir. We can take care of those hacks for you.
And
In
as soon as-
addition, most hags, such of them, possess an item they refer to as a soul bag.
Okay.
I believe that this bag may aid me in my quest to make Vasilka whole, or at least an important object of study for me. Should you retrieve it, I will be willing to bring this boy to you.
Well, yeah, you've got yourself a deal.
I'm very glad to hear that, Tux. Anyways, that's all from me. You're free to go.
Signing off. And
can I
it's-
take a minute strolling around the outside of the abbey with detect magic, just seeing if I can find anything useful?
You do not detect anything magical, no.
Okay. Can I do a quick investigation of the grounds to see if I find any items?
Or Rex.
Avoiding any monsters since I'm by myself.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I mean, there shouldn't be any monsters. This place is on a cliff that backs up to the walls of Kresk.
Yeah, looking around, you can't really find anything.
Rats. Yeah,
Does he
this
find any rats?
it's a little. I can make those.
No, no,
You
no.
find some
But do you,
people,
but do you
you
see
do
any
find some
rats?
people with rat tails.
I guess that's true. I meant rats like we saw in the forest, but
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
well, as soon as Tux
Okay,
gets
well,
together with
I
Ren and
guess I
Raidriar,
stroll
that makes
back.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, with any remaining hours I have, I'll just make. I can't make any toys.
Yeah,
I
in
guess I'll just
Velaki, when you made
hang
in
out and try to
Velaki,
learn
I
more.
kind of wrote it off because that's a town where there's probably you could find materials,
Yeah,
especially at the
that
toy
makes
shop.
sense.
Um,
Oh, I have a
But
scholar's
here-
pack.
that has like writing utensils and ink and parchment and stuff like that, I believe.
Fuck. Okay, I've got nothing.
That's totally fine.
I will walk around town and try to get more accustomed to the people here.
Okay, Kilvin. Did he say, Endris, are you here?
He got up.
He said he would be right back.
Gotcha.
So while all that's happening, when we're out in the woods, can Ren pick up one of those effigies? Like he would
Yeah.
be curious about it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. And approximately how many did we see? Like you said we covered the ground that's kind of about a square mile or two.
A mile outside of probably. Where would you guys go, east or west? Or north? North is kind of in the
probably.
mountains, so that would be difficult.
Yeah, we would go. Let's go. What do you think, Nico? I'd say we go west,
Yeah.
because then we're kind of parallel to the path if we ever need to get out of the woods too fast.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
We'll say west.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So approximately in like an hour of, or not an hour, in a mile of kind of traveling around, killing wolves, waiting for monsters to show up, how many of those effigies do I see?
You only find maybe a couple.
Okay. I just wondered. I definitely would pick them up. Like, what the fuck are these?
Yeah. Maybe we can scry on the person who made them. Probably the hags trying to do more of their bullshit.
Yep. I have no doubts.
What if they're staying in the tower?
While we're out here, can we observe how correct was the dude's assessment of their weapon skills, Vlad, Lupascu? Are they like total dorks and like can barely hold their spears, or do they seem confident?
With you guys there, they seem confident, but you can definitely tell they've really not done a lot of fighting at all. Probably next to none.
Okay. While we're there, like I assume we're doing a little bit of walking, can I ask Vlad? So Isaac intends to stay here. We adventuring types, we have business we need to take care of to the north, but Isaac is interested in staying here. Would you be interested in helping him kind of train the guards and help? He would probably be able to train you all martially, but you would help him by being the leader that everyone has seen you around town before, so the villagers are much more likely to trust you for now.
I mean, you all... today has definitely proven to me you guys are trustworthy, I feel.
Great.
Sure. And,
Does Isaac have any opinions on that? I think he's with us, right?
Yeah, he just kind of nods his head and goes, I'm up for the challenge.
And does he look devastated because they're no good?
No. But he definitely knows he's got his work cut out for him.
Sure.
As compared to the well-regimented guards in Vallaki.
Good. I like that.
Enders, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Do you want to spend some time healing people today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was gonna be my evening path.
Yep. Go ahead and make just a general medicine check then.
Sure.
Okay. With your spells, right? Those you're clearing out people pretty well, and it seems the people that come to you today just have the occasional bruise or scrape. No one comes really with any diseases or anything. Someone comes with a cough, and you give them a little bit of something and head them on their way. And people seem to be generally very appreciative, and they all seem to pay you you notice that as they approach you, they kind of bow and give signs of respect and seem pretty careful around you in the sense of how you would treat a superior.
All right, cool.
How's Sophia and Victor doing today?
Who are you asking?
I wanna, as I've been keeping an eye on the townspeople, I do want to also keep my eye on them.
So you want to find their home?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Asking around, you managed to find your home. Watching them today, you do see they are mostly doing gardening today. They go ahead and make a investigation check.
Fuck.
Oof.
Unfortunately,
They look like Strahd himself.
you see they do their gardening. They come in and out of their house with various tools and stuff, but nothing seems out of place to you, unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, and with that, I'll say around this time, Raidriar, you come back and you all are prepared to do the 5th chapter in the tome.
What time is it right now?
It's pretty late in the day at this point, probably like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Okay, I want to send my raven out tonight to scour the woods for any wolves and werewolves and try to follow them back to their den.
I can tell you if it sees hags too.
Well, it can't tell me anything. I just want it to be able to show me where the den is and maybe a safe spot around it.
Oh, okay.
I will keep that in mind. So, but is everybody here, right?
Yep.
Okay, we shall do this tome. So you all prepare, and you are all sucked into the book. And let me open something up here. You see the darkness again, and the mist starts to coalesce into Strahd's form, and he turns to you all and goes, I began dealing with something far beyond my experience in magic, and needed no wise teacher to tell me it was deadly. You settle into a familiar room, Strahd's personal study. Unlike your previous visit, however, the hearth lies cold. The room is near pitch dark and lit by a few scattered candles. Their flickering light casts long shadows on shelves fit to bursting with tomes, books new and old that even at a glance appear to contain endless pages of spells and incantations.
For those with the talent to cast it.
The portrait above the mantel no longer resembles the members of the von Zarovich family, which was in the when you guys were here before. In the portrait, or in the book, that's what was above. Instead, it is a lifelike oil rendering of Tatiana. In the far corner of the room, looking over the space, is Strahd, enveloped by his black cloak, muttering under his breath and weaving arcane gestures in the air. When his hand lowers, wood shifts and creaks in the otherwise empty room. And you see he's just there practicing the spell and puts his hands, he turns and puts his hands over a chair, and you see it begin to creak and move a little bit and then stop and goes, damn it.
This guy sucks at
He
magic.
begins flipping through the book again.
You said the hearth was cold, right?
Yes.
So there's no fire burning there.
There's no fire.
Yeah, Ren. Are we? I look at the group. Are we ephemeral people, or are we like literally standing here watching him?
It's hard to tell.
Okay. Ren walks over to the fireplace.
Yep, I go get him, Rogue. Remember the torches.
I try to sneak over. I try to sneak over to the fireplace.
Well, I slide
and
I will slide in front of Strahd as he's doing this, and I will begin trying to distract him.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna say.
I'll walk up and I'll ask him, do you need a hand, sir?
My lord.
More voices come to visit me, I see.
Oh.
That's
right.
new. Strahd hears voices. Okay.
Has Ren made it over to the fireplace?
And you see he slams his hand down on the desk. Ren, as you reach and try to grab the poker, your hand does go through it.
Oh, I go through the wall.
You poke your head through the wall and there's just blackness and mist.
Keep going.
Motherfucker.
Keep going. Just walk through.
I know.
Keep walking.
How do I feel about this? How do I feel about the blackness? Am I scared of it?
You push a little bit farther and some sort of invisible wall is now preventing you from
Come on.
Damn it.
That's what we call the DM wall.
You see,
It's the fourth wall. Please don't break it.
He slams his hand on the desk. He goes, Sergei and Tatiana will not leave each other's sides now. And now I can't trust any of my court anymore. So
Okay,
I'm sure
so
they'd rather have him leading this than me.
I will
Only
say,
Robin and Alec are the last people I can trust.
Which
Who's
one
that?
was Alec?
Oh,
The
Andrew.
blonde-haired one?
Alexandra.
Oh,
She was the commander, yeah.
okay. I'm going to. Oh, fuck. Do we have
Day
any
after
inkling about
day, I
what
grow
could be in
more
there?
desperate. And these voices. Stop.
We have to convince him to go in there.
And I
What if
grow
we all
older.
chant in unison?
I can feel myself growing older and slower.
I'll say to Strahd, seek your refuge.
What refuge?
The hearth.
Nothing behind there will help me.
Look again.
I am good.
Come on!
Crazy voice in my head. And you see he begins trying to focus on his spell a bit more. And all of a sudden you hear a knock at the door, and you see his concentration shatter, and he looks frustrated, and he turns, and you see the doors open. And you see Sergei and Tatiana hand in hand, and they're both grinning from ear to ear.
Aww.
And they walk in,
How
and Strahd
sweet.
looks at them and goes, Tatiana, brother.
Raidriar's just pacing in a circle around the room.
What can I do for you today? And you see they kind of look at each other and smile and go, Tatiana speaks up. Me and Sergei,
Sounded
we'd like to
what?
get married, Strahd.
Well, I didn't quite hear it. What did it
And
sound?
we're hoping...
Sounded like something shifting a little bit. I don't know what it was.
Oh, maybe.
I think it was Strahd's magic.
I put my...
Yeah, he's all was creaking and shit.
And we're hoping that you would bless the wedding and host it here in the castle. You see Strahd turns. But, Sergei, I thought... I mean... The Morning Lord's Church clearly states... And you see Sergei goes, Alona said that... Some rules can be changed for certain circumstances, especially for one such as I. Is anybody saying anything right now?
Call Strahd
yeah.
an old man.
Does he have the sword? Does he have the sword?
He does not have the sword. Sergei does not have the sword on him, no.
Ren wants to just start chanting in the background. Take her from him. Take her from him. Ooh.
You see he looks a little stoked, his rage a little bit stoked.
And
You
then,
see Tatiana goes, please, please, Elder.
Oof. Big oof.
It would mean the world to me and
Oh my
us.
god.
And you see this goes on for a little bit more, and eventually Strahd does relent, and Sergei and Tatiana turn and leave. And you see he turns and looks at all you, goes, she calls me Elder, Old One, yet she has fallen for that gullible, faithless boy. And you see he returns to his desk and begins fervently lifting through a decrepit-looking spellbook, desperately searching for something that he hasn't seen before. But all of a sudden, you hear a voice rasp from somewhere unseen. Dozens of voices echo in reply. Tatiana, Rahadin, Alex, Sergei. You even recognize the voices of your fellow party members. You cannot find what you seek in a book. Strahd whips around in terror, and the book folds itself to a close page by page. The minimal comfort of the library vanishes, and the candles are snuffed by an arctic breeze. A howling winter wind whispers, "Come to me."
Do we recognize anything about this voice?
Ren
It does-
recognized the voice.
It does not sound familiar to you at all. And like the description said, it's like a combination of hundreds of voices, and you recognize all these voices that you've heard before. The growing number of voices pierce your... Oh, were you going to do something, Kilvin?
I was going to just ask if I could feel if this is some sort of, like, dark deity.
Make a religion check.
Okay. No
And
idea.
You've no idea, yeah, unfortunately.
Hey, it's the One Brothers. High five.
The growing number of voices pierce your mind, and the wind that claimed the candles whips your cloak. Your vision returns, and you stand in a blizzard on a mountainside before 6 carved amber statues.
6?
Towering over 40 feet tall.
Amber.
Each figure is deep in prayer. 2 other figures ahead of you, Strahd and Alexandra, are clad in ice-coated armor and trek through the snow toward the temple hewn from rock.
Do, these amber figures, are they similar to like the stuff we saw on Yester Hill and at the windmill?
Nope, they are completely foreign.
Okay.
You approach the colossal entrance carved into the face of the stone. Torchlight is losing a fight against the slate-gray sky, and in the fading fire you see the silhouette of Strahd glide effortlessly across the fallen snow and paint the powder red with the blood of a robed figure at the temple's door.
He's carrying someone?
No, there was a sort of a robed figure sitting at the entrance to this temple.
And he
walked up and with his sword just killed this person. And
Okay.
Artistic license.
Yeah. Okay.
And you see Strahd enter into this temple and come in, and you come and look and see a wide open sort of foyer area. The large carved statue sitting at the far end. Stairs descend down to the bottom floor. And you see these robed figures turn and look in surprise, and without any hesitation, Strahd goes up and slaughters both of them.
Wow.
And he turns to the left and goes through, following the balcony, goes and enters another room where more of these robed figures are waiting. Sometimes they cast a meager spell, but he makes short work of most of them and paints the room red. He goes down the next hallway and enters into what appears to be a dining room with more of these figures enjoying what appears to be a meal. They all look up and jump up in surprise as Strahd rushes in and again makes short work of them.
Those figures are all cloaked, right?
Yes. And,
okay.
Yep.
Can we try to get a look at any of them to see their faces?
Yeah. They're all human.
Okay.
Various different types. It's a very diverse group of people, for sure.
Definitely some religious group, right?
It's hard to tell. You see many of them carry sort of arcane focuses, things like that you would recognize to be wizards' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Actually is what most of these figures seem to be carrying.
Do you see any dusk elves?
No, you do not.
And you said that Alec was with them?
Yeah, she's following behind, and you see she's apprehensively following Strahd. She's not partaking in any of the slaughter, but she's definitely not so sure about what's happening. Exiting the dining room, you see he exits out onto a platform, once again in sort of this open foyer area that you had entered in, and takes an immediate left in this next room. And you see he goes up to the north wall, sort of a little section here, and he pushes into it, and you see a secret passage open up and push through, and pushes through another seemingly secret wall and enters. And you see a robed figure sitting at a desk, and Strahd approaches and goes, "You know what I have come here for." And you see the figure remove his hood, a long white beard and long white hair. And he goes, "Strahd, I thought, is what I taught you not enough? The things that we house here are not meant for the mortal minds. Dark, dangerous things lurk in these vaults. I will not try to stop you, as I know that I could not, but I beg you, do not continue on this path." And you see Strahd approach and put his hand on the table and go, "Andrelius, open the vault."
I finally know what Andrelius looks like.
You see
my mentor. Or
the
related to my
person
backstory.
whose spellbook you found, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see he stands up. "Very well." And you see Strahd goes, "However, I guess I will spare your life for the services you have done for me." And you see Andrelius push away the desk and conduct a sort of arcane ritual on the wall here. And after glowing hot red, it opens, and Strahd enters and Alex follows, and you all enter in with him. And you come into what appears to be a large... Yeah. Yes.
Andrelius, do we have, like, forms here? Does it feel like?
Yes, it does feel like it.
Okay. Next to Andrelius, I'm gonna say, you know the consequences of this. You want...
I'm sure the whole valley will know the consequences of this.
You want it fixed?
There is no fixing this.
Where is this place?
And you see mist begin to form behind you and sort of usher you into this next room.
Shit. Oh well.
Looking around, do I see anything stand out? Iconography, something I can use to like locate him now? Anything that might suggest what he's doing today?
Who?
Andrelius. Just before we leave this room.
Make a perception check.
Wasn't he a human a couple hundred years ago?
Well, at the moment, Stratus is still not a vampire, you see, so...
Use perception, there it is. Fuck!
Unfortunately, the quick skimming in the time that this mist sort of pushes you into the next room, you're unable to find anything.
So he just didn't reply, so...
Yeah, you get the sense that this tome, while it has a lot of information, is still limited in some capacity.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And so you enter in what appears to be a massive library. You see bookshelves that scale high, carved into this mountain. Almost you can't even see the tops of them.
Nice.
And you see as Strahd comes in here, a few other...
Take it easy, Barnes & Noble.
robed figures sitting on chairs studying books, seemingly conducting spells, and Strahd comes in and slaughters them as well. And now you follow Strahd, covered in blood, into a deep underground circular sepulcher. I think that's how you say that word.
Sepulcher.
Sepulcher. My bad.
I know that from Skyrim.
Yep, literally.
Twilight Sepulcher.
I am here. What do you require of me? You are death, no? Have you come for me? If so, then take me and be damned. The legion of voices rattle the bedrock. I have come on your behalf. You have fed me well, and you are due your reward.
Okay.
Lay your hand on my tomb. Your hunger for your lost youth, Strahd von Zarovich. I shall remove the rival from your path, and you shall age not one day more. Ren?
Yep.
You feel a strange connection to this place.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Completely unexplainable.
Can I try to explain it? No, I'm kidding.
Alexandra, hearing these voices for the first time, grips firmly to her weapon. Strahd takes several steps towards an imposing amber sarcophagus. He drops his sword to the ground, but the clang is suppressed. You feel the sound now drain from the already frigid space, and with each silent footfall, the torches burn from orange to green to blue to black before it is swallowed. And you see Strahd is apparently beginning to prepare some sort of ritual, and at this moment, you all have a choice here.
Die with Strahd or escape?
You can either assist him in his ritual or try to prevent it.
Kilvin's gonna try to prevent it.
Ren's gonna try to help him.
I think trying
Raidriar's
to
gonna
prevent
try
it
to
might
them.
teach us more. I want to try to prevent it.
Yeah, Raidriar will try to prevent it.
No.
Okay. That's
I
more.
was going to say
prevents.
Raidriar tries to memorize
So-
it, but
You see him begin to set out these components and some books and various things. This is now a skill challenge. So, what are you guys doing?
Since Ren goes
I'm
and
gonna-
touches it. No, he's dissenting from the group, so he runs up and tries to touch the sarcophagus.
Okay. As you touch it, I want you to make a charisma saving throw. Okay. As you place your hand on the sarcophagus, you feel those voices that you heard before enter your mind, and you hear a graspy voice. I am not meant for you.
Okay.
And you're pushed back away from the sarcophagus.
I run up.
I'll consider that a success on preventing it because you messed with it.
Okay.
I would like to knee
That wasn't my
Strahd Bronzarovich
goal.
in the face.
You want to
Like, just take him and just like,
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
with what?
Just make an attack roll.
Okay.
I guess unarmed, so
This is a strength check +3.
yeah.
So, +3. Fuck.
13. Unfortunately, as you jump and try to knee him in the face, his eyes go wide and goes, "What are you doing?" and ducks down.
The second he's distracted with that, I run up and grab 3 or 4 books and teleport back.
Okay. So that is 2 successes and a failure so far.
Running through these, or skimming over the covers of these books, do I learn anything?
Make a investigation check real quick.
Sure. That's intimidation.
Intimidate those books.
Okay. It does seem to be some various sort of dark rituals for communing with sort of dark creatures. However, a name does strike out to you.
Yeah.
You do catch the name Amber Temple.
Okay. Amber Temple rituals communicating with dark entities. Interesting.
Okay. Who is anybody? Kilvin, are you attempting to do anything here?
Trying to look at my spells, I got nothing. So I will try to just like mess things up, kick stuff around.
Create food and water. Create food and water.
Drench it. Drench his vapors.
I'm kidding.
I guess I can dispel magic and try to push
Okay.
this ritual, like try to slow down this ritual.
Okay, yeah. Are you casting it as a spell? So you're using the spell slot? Yeah, so that's a success, and you watch as Strahd gets frustrated as it seemingly, as magic begins to start forming between him and the sarcophagus, it seems to fizzle out every now and then. That's 3 successes and 1 failure.
Can I grapple Strahd?
Sure. Go ahead and make a check for that. Okay, and you watch as you grab him and hold him back. He goes, "What are you doing?" And you seemingly are holding his hands, and
Can I use half my movement and just?
and you
Come on, buddy,
see,
we're leaving.
you see with that, even with Kilvin's dispel magic, the magic had begun forming. But you see something you had done, Raidriar. Something seems to have broken whatever was happening here, and you see Strahd faint and collapse on the stone. And you see a terrible shadow of phantasmal force erupts from the surface of the stone sarcophagus and forms into a humanoid shape with wing-like appendages draping from its forearms like the sleeves of a mystical robe. The form rises the height of the chamber, towering over you. Ruby eyes shine from its death on Strahd's unconscious form. You are worth more to me in death than you ever could be in life. The eyes seem to lock with each of yours simultaneously. You, however, will not live to see the light of another sunrise. The shadow swallows the room, and Alec cries in the dark. Steel clangs reverberate through the stone walls. Torches spark around the room. revealing or bringing your vision back, and you see Strahd kneeling over the body of his supervisor, indulging in geysers of her blood. And you see a blast of necrotic energy shoots out from the sarcophagus, and all of you take 13 points of necrotic damage as this shroud comes over you and your vision goes dark.
Ouch.
Did I see it happen?
Barely felt it.
Was it an attack?
It wasn't a saving throw or anything. It's just you just take it.
I'm just asking if I can have it.
No, because it's not an attack roll.
Okay, that's what I thought. Are you marking it off, or should we?
You see, go ahead. You guys can. You see Strahd's visage in the dark form again, and he goes, "There it was, the parley, the bargaining, the trade. What did they want of me? What could they possibly want from me?" And you all are ejected from the book.
Okay, so we failed. So we failed to stop it.
Did we?
Well, he turned into a vampire.
I don't know if.
He was
I feel like
indulging
we
on her blood.
I feel like we succeeded in stopping it.
It sounds like he killed him as a result.
Didn't you say that he was indulging?
Yes, he was. So your vision went dark when the figure formed. After the figure formed, and when your vision returned, you saw that Alexandra was dead on the ground, her neck seemingly cut open, and he was drinking the blood.
Oh.
Maybe we just weren't quite fast enough.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, I mean, he's a vampire now, so...
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. I wonder if we got some pretty useful stuff out of that.
What was the skill challenge for then?
Listen, man, I don't write it.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
And now, Tux. As a ritual spell, you can now cast the spell Commune once per dusk.
What's that do?
Fuck off.
I genuinely don't know what it is.
Is that what I think it is? Oh my god.
Did you add
Shit.
it? Did you add it, or?
Holy shit.
I guess, I don't know if it's in the SRD, it might be.
Once per day?
That doesn't mean, now technically doesn't mean you're always going to get an answer.
Whoa.
I'll wait
we can only
till-
do it once between long rests.
I'll wait till it's added and I'll post it and we can all... Wow, it's a 5th level spell!
Yeah. This is
I'll get it later, but damn.
This is a
You're
bitchin' spell.
unsure what it's going to contact, though.
Wow.
Oh, it's like it's a different version of Commune. That does like...
Specific to the
Yeah,
tome.
it's specific to a certain deity then?
Uh-huh.
You're
Okay.
unsure.
Well, I mean,
Who knows?
the normal says you contact your divine deity or divine proxy. So if it's something else... Well, Tex doesn't have a god, I don't think, do you?
Nope.
So that makes sense, yeah.
The god is safety.
But maybe I'll be talking to the god
Okay.
that Rin and Strahd both talk to.
So,
The god of these nuts.
at that point, is there anything you guys like to do before you rest for this first day?
Is there anything else in the book?
Like
Like other
what
more
do you-
chapters?
Yes, there are.
Ren would like to spend the 2 hours before he goes to bed. He would actually like to go over to the west side of town. And are there any landmarks there? Any taller buildings? Anything
Like they're
nearby?
all just cottages spread out.
They're all pretty much the same height.
Yeah, like
Okay.
pretty fairly simple homes.
How easy would it be for me to climb someone's chimney?
Fairly easily, probably. They're not
Okay.
very big.
I want to as quietly as possible so as not to alarm anyone. I want to wait until it's just getting dark, and then I want to climb up on someone's roof. It seems to be like a central location in this west part of town, and I want to sit on their roof for the 2 hours that I'm watching things.
Okay.
So that's probably stealth, acrobatics, and perception.
Yep. Are you watching any place in particular?
Do I have time to locate the two people's house, the Victor and Sophia?
You can ask around.
I'll tell them where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I see Tux for the book, I'll ask him where their house is. So I'm looking in that general direction, but I'm trying to keep a little bit of town in view just to be safe.
Yeah, Ren, keep an eye out for bats. It sounds like we learned that they've been communicating with something outside of their own house, so probably in the same way that something was contacting Kilvin.
Okay.
Probably. Okay, so what order do you want all those in? Stealth check first?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to have you roll a stealth unless there's something that's actually trying to see you.
Okay. So acrobatics to get on the roof?
I mean, I'm not going to have you roll for that because with enough time, right, you're going to make it up there.
Yeah, I do want to be careful.
That's more for, like, if, like, you're trying to do this, like, in the moment, you know?
Okay.
Like,
alrighty.
You're a thief. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I am.
Here's a question.
Yep.
Oh. It says, well, to the rest of you guys, my boys, the letter that we got says, hey, man, we have spotted them seemingly talking to thin air.
Yeah.
Is it Strahd's scrying thing that it makes an invisible thingy?
Well, I mean, there was also the time Strahd came to me as mist.
Maybe they can see invisible things? QED? Maybe that means that they're fiends and we can prove it to the town?
I have no idea.
Just a thought.
It's not like we can record them with our phones.
Yeah, but if Ren describes it to me, I can create the image of that happening on a flat screen.
Anyways,
you've created images to prank me like 50 times now?
Tux, go ahead and roll another perception check for the Raven if you're sending it out tonight.
Okay. I'll roll a 20. Good lord.
Okay.
Or Raven.
It is got glaucoma.
Yeah, unfortunately, your Raven comes back and does not find a whole lot. It seems.
Your Raven's been around for a little bit. He's kind of getting old.
I'm killing it and summoning a new one.
Oh my god. So, Ren. Go ahead and make a perception check if you're watching their house.
Disadvantage because it's dark.
I'm going to say a straight roll because you're really focusing on their home and just theirs. 13.
Yeesh.
Okay. You do notice their window open, and a little bit into your watch, a bat does fly into their window.
Holy shit, it's a bat.
Man, wait, I should have gone there with you.
Okay, so now I would like to quickly climb down the chimney of the house that I'm sitting on and try to sneak over to that window.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Just snatch the bat out of the air, unless Strahd's seeing through it.
Well, the bat flew into the window. Like, it's in the house now.
I mean, like, as it flies out, we're just like, nope.
Okay, yeah, you managed to approach the window.
Do I hear anything?
You do hear talking.
All right, can I peek around the very, very bottom corner of the window, try to get a look at what's happening inside? Do I see a bat or a figure that turned from a bat, probably?
You see hold on a second. Where the fuck is it? Why did I close this? Okay, yeah, you look in and you see what you assume to be Victor sitting there, this bat hanging upside down on one of his rafters, and he seems to be telling it, basically describing the events of the past few days.
How how open is the window?
And you see Sophia is sitting at the table nearby.
All right.
Kill the
How
bat.
would this work? If I were to use my two-handed fighting to throw 2 daggers practically simultaneously at the bat in hopes of hitting it, would I like just roll one attack at advantage, or would I roll them separately? Because I don't want him to notice me.
You'd roll them separately.
Okay. If the bat, it looks like it's listening to this guy, then I'm going to throw a dagger at it through the window.
Okay, it is going to have a little bit of cover because the window is like it's open enough to let a bat in about. So,
Oh, okay. So does that just increase its AC?
yeah.
Okay, if I open the window, would it give away my stealth and then I wouldn't get... So how does stealth work here? Do I get advantage on the attack since it can't see me?
You can try to open the window stealthily. That is something you can attempt.
I can... Yeah, let me... What kind of check would that
Stealth
be?
check.
Okay, I would like to try to open the window just enough for me to throw a dagger through without
Make
him
a
having
stealth check.
cover.
Okay.
Nice.
You manage to slide open the window as you see Victor is about getting to the point where he's talking about Raidriar's speech.
I would like to have one dagger at the ready, and I'd like to huck a dagger at the bat.
Okay, make an attack roll. Okay, with that, you watch as your dagger flies there, and it stabs right in the bat, and it drops from the ceiling onto the floor, and you see both them look towards the window. Sophia screams, and Victor rushes over and tries to close the window. What are you doing?
I try to get in the window.
Okay, go ahead and make an
How's it
acrobatics
going?
check.
How's it going, dude?
23, you definitely roll into the window, and you see at this point, Sophia has backed up into a corner, and Victor's walking back, joining her, and he holds his hands up, and he goes, please, we're sorry.
Ren
We
gives
didn't
him
have
a
much
smirk
choice.
and goes, "We're sorry. That's a little weak, mate." And I pull my rapier out.
Okay. At this point, Ren, you hear a voice creep up into the back of your mind. Do it.
Do I recognize the voice at all?
Yes, you do.
I do recognize it. Do I
You know
recognize-
exactly what voice it is.
Okay, it's the golden mask.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Ren, I don't want to take up too much session time with this, but Ren goes over and grabs what's her name, Sophia, grabs her by the hair and like holds the rapier out to her throat and kind of kneels down, doesn't try to pick her up, and looks at Victor and says, "Who else here is spying like you are?"
We don't know any others, I swear. Please. The woman, she told us if we didn't listen, she'd paint our home red with our bodies.
What woman?
I don't know, she was wearing a mask.
A bony mask?
Wearing a golden dress. She was really, really scary.
Do I recognize one of the 3 brides as
Yes,
that
this
golden
would be
dress?
This would be Valenta.
This would be
Bone
Valenta.
lady, yeah.
Okay. I ask, what other ways do you contact Strahd? And I kind of like prick her neck just the tiniest bit.
Please. And again, Ren, in your mind, you hear another, do it. And I want you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Oh boy.
And almost not of your own will, you feel your hand slide the blade across this woman's neck.
Oh, it's a rapier. It totally skewered her like a hot dog, I think.
Yeah. And you look down, almost confused in yourself. And he goes, oh God, why?
Ren goes over and attempts to stab him too before he starts screaming.
Okay. Yeah, easily
Like
enough.
seeing what's happening.
Okay. And you are now in the home surrounded by 2 dead villagers. Lots of blood on the floor. You're covered in it.
Good work, me. I go pick up the bat.
Okay. It's almost cut in half due to the size of the dagger.
Yep. I retrieve my dagger from the ceiling. Do I notice anything about the bat?
Just looks like a normal bat.
Okay. Well, this is a thing. I look around the room. Can I see any like magic, like anything that looks like an item? Ren has no magical knowledge, so anything that looks like a crystal ball or something they would use to communicate with Strahd.
Make an investigation check. Okay. You don't find anything of that nature. You do find a journal where apparently it seems Victor had been noting down various happenings in the town. It actually goes back a few months. And marking off days that seemingly where he would communicate. He does write a few times about how some woman talks in his head and he has to reply.
Someone talks in his head.
Huh.
Okay.
Does it sound similar to the way Ren talks to his head?
No.
Okay.
Like this person sort of he seemingly notes it as a way of communicating what he's learned.
Yeah, something's communicating with him telepathically, sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, I am covered in blood, you said?
Yeah, I mean, the woman...
I mean, I'm pretty good at this. I was holding the woman out in front of me. I don't know how much...
Okay, you're not, like, completely covered, but, I mean, you kind of lost yourself there in the moment, you definitely know.
Okay, I go over and definitely close the window.
Mm-hmm.
And is there fire lit?
Yes.
What time is it?
It's, at this point, it's probably 9 to 10 o'clock.
Okay, and how dark does that mean it is?
It's pretty dark.
Pretty dark. Okay,
It's
I would
nighttime.
I already made the investigation check for their house, so there's really nothing else for me to notice here. I put their fire out, and I move their bodies in, like, kind of next to each other in the floor, and, like, lay them down, because I'm not a monster.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the light from the fire has completely faded, I would like to go and listen at the door for any sounds that I hear outside.
Okay. For the
Because
rest...
she did scream. I'd like to listen at the door for at least 15 minutes.
Okay. After a little bit, you hear a knock on the door, and you hear an old woman go, Sophia, are you okay? I heard yelling.
Was I outside the window?
Outside the door, like someone's knocking on the door.
No. How long was I outside the window before I killed them?
Not very long, probably.
Not too long. Was it a minute?
About so, probably, yeah.
So I have that skill that lets me use people's accents that I hear for more than 60 seconds. Does that, from hearing that guy's voice, does Ren assume that his, like, pitch is about the same as that guy?
I'll say go ahead and make a deception check at advantage because you have that feature.
I'd like to say out loud, we're all good here. Thank you for checking. Just getting a little rowdy in bed.
Slight weapons malfunction, but we're all good here. We're all good.
You
how are
hear
you?
the woman go, oh, Vic, I didn't need to hear. Okay, sorry, I bothered. And she walks off.
You would have been really screwed if she was like, "Mind if I come in?"
It's Tuesday, is it?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we learn earlier that these villagers have a superstition about bats? That, like, the valley in general has a superstition about bats?
Yeah, most people don't. Like, if people think ravens are lucky, which is a superstition, they think bats are unlucky.
Okay. So here's what I'd like to do now that I'm sure that nobody's coming. I would like to make it look like these people killed themselves.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay, did you want me to tell you how first, or
Yeah,
straight
sure.
deception check? Okay, so what I'm thinking is, I'm looking around their house. It's probably one room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do they have any kitchenware,
Yeah, I mean, there's a small.
or like does the guy
larder.
have any weapons?
There's tools, but that's about it.
Okay. And let's see. He's got a. How did I kill the guy? I basically tried to kill him quickly, so
you probably stabbed him right through the throat. Is what I'd assume.
okay, good. I like that. Does he have a hammer, like a big hammer?
You could find a decently sized hammer, yeah.
Okay, so I take the hammer and I mash the lady's throat a couple times with it.
Okay.
Trying to obscure the stab wound, and I put her where she was bleeding before, and then
There aren't any detectives in this town. You're probably pretty good.
At this point, just go ahead and roll a deception check. So.
Well, and so then the only other part is I'm gonna hang the dude from the ceiling.
Yeah. 27. Yeah.
Cherry on top, and just do a quick little hang in here, and there we go.
Yeah, you get the sense that you've created a pretty convincing scene here.
All right, yeah. So I put the hammer in his belt. I tie my rope around one of his rafters, hang him from the ceiling.
Yep.
And then I wait for another 15 minutes at the door to make sure I don't hear anything, and then I will exit. Oh yeah, I knock over a chair underneath him, of course.
Yep.
And
I was just
and
imagining that. Sorry, go ahead.
and then I loot the Then the finishing touch, of course, has to be that I go back to that book, that journal that he had. I totally pocket it, and then I try to mimic his handwriting to the best of my ability, and I leave a note on the table that says, I can't take it anymore. This life is too dull. I'm ready for it all to end. And I put it on their kitchen table. And
Make
a journal, so we have
a
evidence.
general dexterity check for trying to forge it.
Yeah, and I'm actually on purpose trying to make it a little sloppy, like he's really, really upset.
Okay. Yeah. Easily enough. You've almost convinced yourself of the scene here tonight.
Okay, and then I'd like to, with the journal, I would like to sneak back to where everyone else is staying, which I assume is the mayor's house.
Yeah, that's what I assume too.
Okay, I'd like to sneak back there without being seen.
Okay. Ren walks. I'm assuming at this point you guys are all settled down, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd like to go up to the house, and I'd like to. Are there windows? Are they closed?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, they're closed.
Can I peek through a crack in one of them? Like, I assume it's also kind of a one-room house, or...
It's a little bit bigger. There's a few rooms in this one.
Okay, can I try to peek into the main room to see if the mayor is, like, in bed already, or if everybody else is alone?
Everybody seems to be asleep at this point.
Okay. I mean, shit, wait, they don't have any water, do they? Like, they have to go to that well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Good
is it the
question.
well in the middle of town, or is it that spring on
It's the pool at the north side.
Okay. I guess I go there and try to get some of the blood off my clothes. Like, I'm an adventurer, so a little bit of blood is not surprising, but a lot of blood would be.
Okay.
So
I'll
I try
say
to
you-
sneak back over there.
You go there and wash up a little bit. This is the first time you've come here to this pool.
That's right.
There is you do see that it sort of shimmers and sparkles a little bit, even in the what little moonlight is out right now. You see near its shore, there's like this little gazebo on the verge of collapse, and you see next to it a wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man. Its paint chipped and faded, and it stands next to the gazebo with its arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. And as you sort of splash yourself with the water here, you actually feel like a bit of a weight's lifted off yourself. You feel a little reinvigorated.
As I'm washing off, so I'd like to get some of the blood off my clothes, and can I like attempt to reach out to Golden Mask Man and be like, what the fuck, dude? Those people would have been valuable informants. They owed their lives to me.
Okay. Go ahead and make a religion check. Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, we will take care of this in DMs later, so we don't take a bunch of more time right now.
Okay, I'll put it in my notes.
And okay, so I'm assuming you go back to the cottage after this?
Yeah, I go back and I squeak in the door, trying not to wake anybody up, but then I wake everybody up.
Okay. You wake everybody up?
What?
I go.
Raidriar just randomly pulls an axe out of his head, just chucks it at the wall. Like,
Tux casts a fireball.
That's not a good thing to keep hidden under your pillow.
I'm imagining since you have to get your spell book, you like panic for a solid 10 minutes as you're preparing the spell.
You're screaming for 20
So what
minutes.
are you guys doing?
Okay, so Ren literally just like kind of fucking collapses and like takes several deep breaths and gives just the biggest cheesy grin and goes, "You guys would not believe what I just saw."
Probably. We've been through
What
some
was
shit.
that?
And I how do I go about this?
Just, you can update us.
I pull out the
Well,
notebook.
the thing is, are you gonna tell them the truth about what happened or not? That's really the. Are you?
I am going to tell the four of us the truth.
Okay, so you
So
regale.
I pull out the journal and I go, "You won't believe who this belongs to, and you also won't believe who's dead." And I
Take care of the problem.
tell them that I saw Sophia and Victor talking to a bat, and so I sliced the bat in half very skillfully, and then
Well done.
and then I do tell. Okay, here's the kick. Here's the catch.
Yeah, just tell me what part of the story you changed, because you don't have to sit here and re-go through the whole thing.
Yep. The only part I want to change is that I want the woman to try to resist really hard, and so she was writhing so hard, and my sword was at her neck, and she died. And then the guy started screaming. That's the
Okay,
only
so you
part
didn't
that
tell
I
us about
want.
the mask.
I didn't tell you that the mask that I rolled a nat 1 and the mask made me stab her.
What the fuck, Red?
So it sounds like there's nothing we can do to stop them from gaining more spies here.
But on the bright side, everyone's definitely gonna think that it's a suicide.
That's great.
I did a really good job.
Not
You would be
great.
proud.
I mean, I'll do it. Is Ren telling the truth?
I guess make an insight check, Raidriar, and Ren make a deception check.
Oh shit!
I'll give guidance and/or advantage on.
Jesus Christ, your deception. Fucking expertise.
So yeah, Raidriar, Ren's not telling you the full truth.
Sounds like something from my past friend, who was in my mind. Well, actually, no, probably doesn't.
No, you don't.
I
You
wouldn't
have
get
no
that far.
idea what part of the story. You just know that he's not giving you the full truth.
Mhm.
That's all you know.
Okay.
But it was so close to the full truth. Just believe me. It was so close.
Don't be mad, Dad.
Ren is ashamed.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'm crawling back into bed.
So I show everybody the journal and I say it sounds like the vampires have been communicating telepathically with people here, but I did get to ask them some questions before they started freaking out on me, and they said that they didn't know of anyone else here that was under the same control.
Right, yeah, but I mean, if he can just talk to people telepathically, if he can just have his main vampires come and threaten townsfolk, we just have to be generally secret. This is not a safe town, and
Why did you kill them?
they killed themselves, Kilvin. They killed themselves.
Yeah, Ren is convinced that they killed themselves at this point.
Okay. So with that, I'll say things kind of calm down unless there's anything someone really wants to go do, and we'll move on to the second day here.
I mean, realistically, I would probably wake up the burgomaster and tell him about this. But if that's gonna take too much time, let's not worry about it.
There is one more chapter in the book I'd like to get through tonight. So.
Yeah, let's do that then.
very quick cue. That figure that was talking to Strahd and telling him how to be a vampire, I'm guessing, did it say something about him having to die first? Something like that.
It said you're more useful to me in death, and then basically killed them and turned them into a vampire.
I will say, Raidriar Wren, this figure you did not notice. It did not seem familiar to you at all. And in the chamber you are in, and let me look here. The amber sarcophagus that Strahd approached, there was actually another one to the right and another one to the left of it.
Oh my god.
Okay. That's interesting.
So we can all become vampires, is what you're saying.
Holy shit. If I had died then, I would have literally become like the anti-Strahd, wouldn't I?
Who knows?
Or like the paper to Strahd's rock. And then Red would have become scissors.
Interesting.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm going to find Ren and talk with him about that, but not now, because we have a book to get to.
All right. So next morning, I've got a chapter
Sorry,
prepared.
really
We ready to
quickly,
go?
though.
Yep.
Really quickly though, Snow, would you mind to tell me that description of that statue at the pool really quickly? I didn't have time to write it down, but that's the only thing I'm missing.
Yes, it is a wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man. Its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
This next morning, I do want to go in, like, early in the morning. Can I invisibility in there?
Into where?
Into the home that Ren ransacked.
Yeah, sure.
Has anyone gotten here yet?
I didn't take anything except the
one
notebook.
seems to have entered.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to ritual cast illusionary script in his handwriting, and I'm going to have that. I'm going to have Victor confess, saying that he was reporting to Strahd, but knowing that Kilvin can see his heart, he wanted to avoid seeking retribution from the one he feared the most, Kilvin's god, because he knows that's more dangerous than anything Strahd could do to him.
That is so smart.
There we go. Okay, and then you do this and head back?
Yep. And
Okay,
I'll let those rumors take care of themselves.
Okay, and then while Tux is preparing the book, anybody else want to do anything in the morning?
I want to congratulate Tux on being the first person to use illusory script.
The first ever wizard who used that spell.
Ren wants to keep watch in the morning, just like normal. Although this time I'd like to go towards the back of town, towards the cliff, and look into town.
Okay.
Actually, no, after the rough night, he's probably going to need some extra sleep, so he doesn't do that.
Or some extra booze.
Ooh.
Yeah, I definitely was taking some shots after I got back to the house. That was a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I will say that night you were visited. But like I said, we'll take care of that later.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody,
Really
gather
playing
around, hold
Looper with
hands.
we're playing Looper with our timelines right now.
Yeah, for real though. So you prepare the book, and you all are once again sucked in. And
Can Raidriar, as right before we get sucked in, the last thing he does is go, Leroy! And then it just gets cuts off as we fall into the book.
gotcha.
Is this book chapter 6?
Yes.
This is chapter 6. Yes. And you see Strahd form again. This time a little paler than before.
Wonder why.
And as he goes, I wish you had someone like Tatiana, Sergei enthused at me. Oh, but I will, I thought.
I get it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
A joyous melody sings,
Oh, this is new.
As you all find yourself sitting in the courtyard in front of the castle. The jubilance of a verdant spring afternoon energizes your skin. Dozens of guests are gathered with wine in hand, conversing with people of a wide range of races and decorated in spectacular tunics and dresses of fine silks. At the bong of a bell, they all draw their attention towards a beautiful stained glass window depicting a white knight and a red-haired bride who seem almost alive in the sunshine and begin to walk toward a doorway leading inside. And you all are following this group as they all talk in hushed tones and are seeming to be excited for the event here.
Where's Strahd's castle?
You guys are in the courtyard and people are like coming into the castle. Basically, you're in this crowd that's entering it. And as you follow in, you follow where you remember the path that Strahd took you on the tour towards the chapel. And you enter a cathedral-like chapel capped by a 90-foot-tall domed ceiling, raised by towering archways. The white marble walls are wreathed by strings of flowers and vines, and the decadent smell of a feast wafts down the hall, blending with the fresh air and a symphony of flowers from the gardens. Guests filter into rows of chairs set to face the ceremony along the east wall. Standing at the front of the room as you pass, next to an altar carved with bas reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines, is Sergei in a white coat, decorated with golden tassels and a priestly pendant on a cerulean ribbon hanging from his neck. At his waist is his sword, dazzling in the chromatic fragments of sunlight gleaming through the painted glass. On his right is Lady Ilona Dorovna in blue and gold priestly robes, stand poised to officiate. To his left, Strahd stands proudly, his red armor with golden angel wings and a heavy black cape. He watches as you enter. And you see people are sort of finding seats in the chapel here. And as you all find your seats, you actually see a servant approach you guys, your group. And he goes, I'm sorry, the Tatiana requests your presence, if you do not mind.
Of course, anything for my liege.
Anything for Tatiana, who we all apparently very much know.
Yeah, our close friend Tatiana.
I'm gonna lose my mind if she's like, dude, we're in a time loop, help.
And you see he leads you and to where she's at, and you see her in her gown, ready apparently for the wedding, and she goes, "Thank you for coming. I don't know why, but you all just felt like the right ones to talk to right now."
Mm-hmm.
We know you pretty well at this point, Tatiana.
You're not wrong.
I'm
What's
just so
on your mind?
nervous.
Oh,
I love Sergei, but I just don't feel like I have anything to offer him. I mean, I was born in the village of Barovia, for God's sakes.
And what about your feelings for Strahd too? I'm sure that's not helping.
He's not. I mean, I have no feel. I mean, in a familial sense, I guess. But
I give her the eyebrow and be like, "Yeah, you sure?"
Elder Strahd has seen. Oh, are you seeing if she's lying?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
My God, my rolls.
She seems to be being completely honest with you, and
Okay.
she
I
says,
apologize for using all the good rolls, Nathan.
Yeah, thanks for using up all my rolls.
She responds to you and goes, Elder Strahd has... He just seems so distant lately.
Yeah.
Cold, even.
Old? Did she call him old 3 times? Oh, never mind.
Cold, even.
Cold.
Okay.
I can't marry him, he's too old. Look at him, he's old.
I'm worried he doesn't approve of me and Sergei's union.
He definitely doesn't.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's really happy for you.
JK.
Oh, you think so?
What do you think he'd do if he wasn't? I mean, I'm that weird timeline where he's happens
I
to.
can't imagine. He's been kind to me so far. I
Yeah,
can't imagine.
imagine this weird hypothetical where maybe Strahd's madly in love with you and would do literally anything, and by anything I mean anything, to be with you.
You know, you're not doing much to put my nerves at ease right now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I just hope nothing really awful happens to you, like your soul gets trapped here and reincarnated over several hundred years for no reason.
Or imagine if like Sergey died.
You see,
bring a girl down.
Right now, and she goes, "Okay, I think that's enough for now. You all can find your seats again."
Guys, mission accomplished.
I really hope nothing bad ever happens to you, you poor son of a bitch.
Okay. And you all find your seats again, and you see the music that was being played cuts out.
Sorry.
And you see, as you sit down, you see there's a few guards, about 6 guards seated at the back of the chapel, sort of watching the doors.
This is the chapel we've seen all before.
Yep. Kilvin, as you look around, I want you to make a perception check.
Okay. Ooh. Hey-oh.
Natural 20. Okay. You notice that these 6 guards are not wearing any von Zarevich sigils.
Really? What color is the armor?
It's the same color as the armor you've previously seen. It
Okay.
just seems any sigil that was there has been removed.
I nudged Raidriar and pointed that to him.
Oh.
Okay. And you see Tatiana enters with a small escort behind her. And you see these guards shut the doors. And Kilvin, with that perception check, you notice that you hear a latch very faintly behind the large double doors here.
I get up and motion to Raidriar to follow me.
Alright.
I think
let's
the
go.
music stopped.
Yeah, it did.
I'm gonna go toward I see how many guards are at the back doors.
There's 6.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go intervene. I'm gonna sit myself between them and Tatiana.
Well, you see Tatiana's passed now. Like, she's passed and the guards are just standing there, and Tatiana's walking towards the front now.
Okay.
Some people are looking at you strangely.
That's fun.
And one of the guards goes, "Can I help you?"
Nope, I'm just gonna help you guys out.
Very well.
Sure hope nothing bad happens today. That would suck.
The crowd is hushed, but the stillness of the moment is broken by the snap of a string and the whistle of a crossbow bolt that embeds itself beneath Strahd's left pauldron. Another fires off from the back of the room towards Tatiana, but is stopped by Sergei, lunging forward to knock her from harm's way. The bolt instead embeds itself into his shoulder, and a flower of blood stains his white shirt. And you notice that the guests at this point are seemingly panicking.
Flower, he must be a druid.
And you see the one guard in front of you, Kilvin, draws his sword and is going to try and attack you.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Kilvin doesn't move at all and tanks it right in the face.
Kilvin gives a good old belly laugh.
Bring it.
21 to hit you.
That's unfortunate for him.
His sword bounces across his chest, and you see now, whoever's watching up front, you see... Oh, this is kind of loud, sorry.
It's just atmospheric.
Strahd's pupils thin when the scent of the wound from Sergei's shoulder finds him, and in his frenzy appears more beast than man. Amidst the chaos, you hear the dozens of voices from the Amber Temple echo. Remove your obstacle. There is no hesitation. A pool of scarlet forms on the breast of Sergei's pristine coat. He tries to fight his older brother off, but Strahd's fangs find his throat.
Wow.
And Sergei's sword, drawn to protect his love, drops to the cobblestone. Its blade falls loose from the hilt into the rapidly spreading pool of blood, though both halves continue to dazzle in brilliant color from beneath the gore. And you see at this point, everybody seems to panic and get up and begin running towards the double doors. And you see these 6 guards, other than the one engaged with you, Kilvin, are now in the process of basically just slaughtering the people here, one by one.
Holy shit.
Meanwhile, you still see Strahd is just completely just draining Sergei dry at the front.
Slurp, slurp.
Is anybody doing anything?
Are there any drinks at this wedding?
Is is Sergei still alive right now?
It's not looking good for him.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hold Person here
On who?
on.
Sergei?
That didn't cast. It didn't go
Strahd?
through, but I'm trying to stop Strahd.
You try to cast this spell, and as you do, you realize something. The target you're trying to target is not a humanoid.
Fuck.
Ren tackles Tatiana
Not a
and
humanoid.
tries to pull her away from whatever's happening.
Oh, he is undead. Okay.
You're tackling Tatiana.
Well, okay, did she get knocked over by Sergei?
No, she got pushed to the side, and she's actually tried to join the crowd and trying to escape through the double doors right now.
Is Tatiana bigger than me?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm between holding her here, letting her escape, or killing her.
Help her escape, maybe?
Okay. Are there any windows?
Looking around, you actually do see a door, a side door in the chapel, sort of on the opposite side and to the left.
I yell as loud as I can, which actually everyone's screaming, so that probably doesn't matter. Who's still around me? Just Tux?
Yeah, Tux.
Hi.
I slap Tux on the shouldering and say, let's go.
Okay.
And I run and try to grab Irina's hand, assuming she's kind of at the back because she used to be at the front.
Tatiana.
Yeah, sorry, Tatiana.
Yeah, they're different people.
Okay, you drag her and approach the door, and the door is unlocked, and you push it open.
Yep.
And you see out here where apparently there had been more seating set up for people watching through the chapel windows. You see are now also guards are in the process of slaughtering them as well. And you see just the whole courtyard is drenched in blood.
Is there anything to the right or left of us? Like, are we on a little daze or?
Some drinks?
No drinks.
No.
And you see the sun before is starting to blot out and go dark. One spring afternoon is now choked by a deep mist that claws its way over the castle walls.
Mist.
So we're just outside now, and we see that there's still everywhere around us, people being slaughtered. Is there anywhere safe that we can find, like anywhere to hide?
You do see an overlook that seemingly nobody is at, and Rahadin runs out and says, "Follow me."
Why are you... Okay.
That guy I trust. I follow him.
Okay.
Isn't Rahadin the...
Yes, he is the bad guy.
Okay.
And you see as Rahadin leads you through this gory scene, Tatiana looks at you and goes, "What's happened? Who did someone betray us?"
I go, yes. It seems that the Elder has betrayed us.
Wait. I saw something change in him.
He's not a man
him.
anymore.
Yeah, he's not him anymore.
He's a vampire.
So I am going to point out that the first crossbow bolt hit Strahd. I will point that out.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
we know.
Oh.
I feel like it might be on purpose.
Is it
Yeah,
working?
he had people come in and start chaos or some shit.
Are you going to try to
Either
stop
them-
him?
Oh shit, no guys, no. It wasn't Strahd, this is the fucking Silver Dragon guys. This is totally the Silver Dragon guys.
And Strahd.
Maybe.
Did I see Strahd attacking Sergei?
Yeah,
Yes.
he drank all of his blood because he's a vampire.
Sergei...
Where are we going, Rahadin?
Towards the overlook.
Why?
There's a gatehouse, or there's a stable house there that we can hide in.
To hide in? Shouldn't we be just leaving the castle?
Who are these people, Rahadin?
All the guards seem to have been turned. against us. I don't know what's happening.
Why didn't we think of this when they didn't have their symbols on? Oh no, etc., etc.
no.
Okay, let's go. Let's get in.
Okay, and you guys go towards this overlooking court, sort of into this small little stable house to the side. And you see, oh, shit, okay. Oh yeah, okay. So, I'm going to do this now. Give me a second. You do see a few of these guards come and try and attack you all, so we're gonna get
We
this
don't have
going.
any vision on this scene?
Yeah, I know, I don't have your tokens in here yet.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna use the random battle map for this. The way this played out.
Huh, so Strahd isn't humanoid, even though he's still person-shaped?
Well,
Yeah, you have to use
this
Old Monster now.
this thing in the book isn't humanoid, is the impression I got.
Well,
Maybe
hold
it's because he has
also
wings or something.
cannot be used on undead, so...
Oh. Oh,
Wait, what was the
okay.
thing? What about the thing that we fought in the village in Kresk?
Yeah,
I think that was a mistake.
Thinking back, I know that what I know about the spell, that probably shouldn't have worked, but it's not a big deal. 'Cause
It
you
shouldn't
guys-
have worked on what?
Ilya, it probably should not have worked on that creature, because it was more of a monster than a person at that point.
Okay.
Oh, the White Void.
Just another instance of Tux using spells at a godlike level.
I'll move. Okay.
Okay, well, we have to get through these guys.
We're
I
gonna
bet there's
put-
something at the end over here.
Put Irina here to be Tatiana.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
You're telling me
don't
that there's a
think-
link between the two?
Nice. Not so nice.
Okay.
Let me just casually go first. Sorry about that.
Okay, Ren, you're up.
I didn't even see that. Just, natural 20. Zoop!
Let me check the chat real quick. Wow, look at that. Look at that initiative roll. That's just fascinating. Okay, I would like to move.
Why is she morose?
No. I would like to move 5, 10, 15.
I give
I would
Ren
like-
the what the fuck, bro?
I would like to
Doing-
throw a dagger at the leftmost guard.
Oh, I thought you were going for Irina there. I
No,
was like, this feels familiar.
this feels familiar. Yes, at the leftmost guard. Fuck him.
Damn, you do not miss.
Every single roll you've done today has been 20 or higher.
Go ahead and roll your sneak attack.
Rogues, dude.
Why do I get sneak attack?
Crit.
Oh, no. Yeah,
I'll roll it if you
no,
want,
this
but
wouldn't be a sneak attack. This,
No,
yeah,
no, sneak attack.
no.
Hey, sneak attack.
Take a bonus action to hide. Behind me.
Not
Behind
a-
me.
wait, is that even legal? Can I use my bonus action to hide behind Kilvin and then make the attack?
To be fair, you are a little bit taller than Kilvin.
I could crouch down. I was gonna use my bonus action to use the help bonus action and give Kilvin a little nudge and say, "Go get him, Papa Bear," with the intention of helping him get closer faster so that he can make his
Okay.
attack better.
Okay. Is that your turn?
And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. I'm gonna up. Hey, bop. I'm gonna do 2 javelins at this guy. Can I target him?
No, just go ahead and roll, and I'll
Okay.
take care of it.
Actually, I don't want to lose my javelins to this stupid play. I was right here, right?
I attacked the scrumptious knight.
Yeah. I'll just get right here. Yeah. 2 attacks on the bottom one. With a blood spear of Caeldish.
Okay.
I'm gonna modify the damage so it always does 1d8, because why would I not do that? 8, okay. Yeah.
Yep, that hits. 16 unfortunately is not hit as it bounces off the plate armor that this knight is wearing.
Action surge.
Okay.
Again.
I just remembered that Rahadin is a Strahd person, and so
21
if,
hits.
if he's
And you
confused,
stab into it again. Go ahead and roll your second attack.
How's he looking?
Oh, pretty raw. He's about halfway, you'd say. Sorry, I was messing with the health estimate thing because I kept getting that one glitch and I forgot to turn it back on.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Second attack. No, never
I
mind.
glanced off the plate armor again.
As a reaction, I yell, "Hey, Raidriar, take a step to the right."
Oh wait,
That's not how reactions work.
You just fireball these. Just fireball these 3 clowns.
I didn't
Fine.
prepare Fireball today.
Why would you not have fireball prepared? It's the only spell you should have prepared. If you have one
Rahadin
spell prepared, prepare fireball.
moves forward and attacks. You see,
they're all
he
wearing.
3 strikes with a scimitar here.
Damn.
3. What kind of nutso is he?
And hits every single attack as he deftly starts cleaving through the weak parts in this knight's armor. And ends his turn. You see Tatiana, fear in her face, take the dash action.
God damn it.
And run towards the Overlook.
Okay.
She's gonna fall.
They want you.
You said they're all wearing plate armor?
Yeah.
Cook and book.
Okay. This knight will move up to you, Tux,
Hi, sir.
And this is why I moved.
and swing his first attack at you. 8 to hit.
That was a disadvantage, right?
No, it was not, but it's an 8 to hit anyway, so.
Yeah, that misses.
Then a 12 to hit.
That hits.
Didn't cast mage armor.
Yeah, didn't you cast Mage Armor during the day?
You take 12 points of slashing damage as this knight swings his sword across at
You
you.
know, knowing that we were going into chapter 6, probably would have been smart for me to prepare some damage spells and take mage armor, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Okay.
At least one.
That ends its turn. And at this moment, you see tearing across the courtyard, covered in gore, is Strahd.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Runs up behind this guard and claws out at him. You now see where once was his normal hands have now turned into elegantly long claws that you're familiar with. And you watch with one swing of his claws, he just tears into the chest of this knight and they've dropped dead.
I didn't react to that.
He does look a little concerned. And that will end his turn.
Hunky Strahd.
And the knight here will take an attack against you. 2 attacks against you, Raidriar. With an 8 to hit. And another 8 to hit. So you are batting away his strikes, and Tux, you're up.
Alright, sorry, Raidriar.
Cast hold person on Irina. Excuse me, Tatiana.
Hypnotic pattern here.
Okay. Raidriar, make a wisdom saving throw.
This shit.
Oh, sorry, bud.
You are double hypnotized.
Okay. You see everyone in the square but Strahd seems to be taken effect by this. And with that, I'm honestly just gonna say that we'll just resolve the rest of this here. You see Strahd run forward towards Tatiana here. and limps towards her, and he goes, "Betrayal, Tatiana. The Dilasinyas have betrayed us. Elder, you're frightening me. What has happened to you? Where's Sergei?" Strahd stops in his tracks as the mist seem to advance towards him. "He is gone. I am here for you now. I will protect you." His new monstrous features are only amplified by his stained, worn armor, and Tatiana retreats. They continue in a dance, a lord's wounded limp forward, and a lady step back. Strahd moves faster toward her, and the mist grow more dense. It is not until you and Strahd hear the creak of iron that you realize you have reached the castle's overlook. Tatiana. In her fearful daze, she reaches the railing and tumbles. The mist parts beneath her. You rush to the ledge to watch her in her white dress soar through the air, like a spirit toward jagged rocks below that peer over the clouds. But she's not dashed across them. There is no crash. There is no blood. Thousands of feet below, the white dress simply fades into the mist. And you see Strahd looks over the edge, and tears of blood begin streaming down his face. He goes, "Why? Why? Why?" A bolt streaks through the air and plunges into Strahd's back, then another and another. But he does not fall. Instead, what little color remained flush in his cheeks drains from his skin. His eyes flood scarlet, and the fangs extend further from his mouth. He shrugs off the onslaught of arrows as though they are raindrops. Leo Dilasinya steps through the encroaching mist at the helm of over 24 soldiers. And you watch as the mist takes you all, and the blackness returns. And you see Strahd standing there. The darkness returned, covering me, covering the world, never to lift. It weighed upon me, heavier than the mountain, smothering and crushing me into something less than dust. But I was looking at dead men. Before another hour passed, I'd send them wailing on their way to rotting hell. All of them, except the traitor behind them. And that is chapter 6.
How do you spell Dilisania?
Who the hell are they?
Dilisnya.
DilisYna. Dilisinya.
And you are forcefully ejected from the book. And you see this.
Sorry.
This time, you see the book flip closed and latch shut, and you're seemingly unable to open it for now. Tux, you now can cast Ceremony as a ritual spell once per Tux.
What does that do?
It does a bunch of weird shit. I would learn about it later.
Okay.
What spell?
Ceremony.
Can you put that in my tome, or should I just look at that later?
We'll look at it later, because it does a bunch of weird shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Ooh. Neat.
Wait, it's from Xanathar. Oh, this is... Oh.
well, day
I
2,
see.
I want to send my Raven out again.
Yeah, so we're going to do day 2 here now. So, first order of business, Raidriar, you're taking the guards out.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and make another survival check.
You mentioned a someone Dilisinya. Not talking about like the Dilisinyas,
Oh, yeah.
but you said like a specific someone Dilisinya.
Leo.
Are we supposed to know who
Leo.
they are? Are we
Leo.
supposed to know who those people are?
You guys with... Yeah, you guys wouldn't. Nope.
I don't think we've heard that name.
I don't think so either.
But I've got it in my notes now.
You have not heard that name before, no. 19.
You survived so hard.
Let me see where I put this down.
I can marry people?
That's weird.
Marry me, Tux.
Either of you guys
So-
want to get married for +2 AC?
Oh my god, wait, what? I'll marry you for 2 AC.
For most of this day, you guys are just encounter the same wolves and stuff. However, you do come upon a group of weird creatures feasting upon the corpse of a deer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ew, he's got pubes. Ew.
Yeah, that's a bulge.
Ew, that's disgusting.
You all do
Ew.
engage them.
Okay.
And easily enough, you do manage to dispatch them without anybody taking any severe wounds. However, during the fight, one of them did seem to exude a gas, and you notice that made you super sluggish and slow, and you weren't able to do as much in combat as you had wished.
Okay.
You notice around these creatures are a significant number of those sort of twig fetishes and effigies that you had seen the other day.
Okay, which way did we go?
If this day then would be, sorry, I should have asked before, but it would have been east.
Okay.
Where did they go day one?
West.
Okay.
Okay. But you do the guards that you've brought do seem to be picking up on some of the techniques that you're showing them, and they're definitely becoming more of a sort of actual sort of guard regiment here.
Well, damn, you guys are whipping them into shape.
Isaac appreciates your efforts.
Okay. Okay, Tux, what are you doing today?
Okay. At the very least, I'm going to have this Raven's going to know how to take me just about anywhere I could want to go, surely. I'm going to send it in another loop around and through the mountains looking for a den, looking for wolves.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check with it.
I don't know what the Raven... God, why?!
Oh my god. Yeah, today it's just not the Raven's day.
I can try again tonight, but god damn it.
You.
At this point, that Raven is so fucking exhausted. Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
I give it some food
So,
and pat its head.
while Raidriar, Ren, what are you doing today? What is your goal today?
Kilvin,
the
before you
goal-
leave, can you give me some materials for toys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you give him a few things, sure.
Thank you.
Today the goal is to survey the town, talk to as many people as possible while they're out doing their chores, offer to help a little bit in exchange for just some friendly banter. I want to identify people that
Go ahead
look like
and
they're
make
discontented.
an investigation check.
Sure.
Starting an underground network already?
13. You search around, you do find two men, brothers, who seem to be
Two brothers.
that seem to be pretty skilled. They've been doing some masonry and carpentry work today in the village, and you approach them with your idea of sending them to Vallaki for to be informants for you, and they seem pretty open to the idea if you want to choose these guys.
Nice. Okay. If they seem willing, and they both look like they're pretty sturdy young guys,
Yeah.
that's definitely all I could ask for.
Mhm.
So I offer to pay them, obviously, for their time. Like, I'll help support them as since they actually have a skill, it's going to be a lot easier for them. I was really afraid I was going to find just like some fucking teenagers. But are there any ravens around? We didn't send the raven away with a new message, right?
No.
Okay, so I call the raven down with whatever signal I need, and I show it to them and say, "This is how I'm going to communicate your weekly stipend. Since Vallaki's so close, I'll be communicating with you weekly. Is what I would like to do."
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "This is how I'll deliver money to you, and you can use this same raven to communicate with me."
Just help yourself to whatever you want in Vallaki.
And I explain to them what I want from them.
Okay. Yep. They seem to take to it pretty well, and are rip roaring and ready to go to Vallaki.
Nice. I say whenever you're ready to leave, just let me know and I'll see you off.
Exploring the town some more today, Ren, you do find something else.
What's that?
You do see a man sitting on a port on one of the entrances to one of these cottages on a bench, and he's chewing on a very familiar pastry to you.
No.
Oh my no!
I walk up to the guy wide-eyed and go, "Where did you get that?"
I don't know. It just apparently a secret admirer left a note and a gift for me. It tastes quite good.
What's your name?
Doran.
Okay, nice to meet you, Doran. I shake his hand, and I crouch down next to him and I say, "Doran, I'm Ren."
Yes, I saw you at the feast.
Ah, yeah. You're right. I was there.
You want some? It's really good.
I sure like my drink. I say, I motion with my hand for him to hand me that pie.
Oh, but it was a gift.
You just offered me some. I'm taking the rest. And I explained to him that in my travels, I experienced a coven of night hags who produce pies that look identical to that, and that they are normally made from human remains.
Make a persuasion check, because to him this sounds fucking insane.
Persuasion.
Okay. With that, you see he gets up, okay, and runs back into his home.
Well, no, I knock on his door and go, "Wait a minute, buddy, we're not done here."
What do you want?
I say, "Was there anything else weird about your house this morning?"
No. They just found a package on my door.
Can I have the note that was on it, if you don't mind?
It just said, "From your secret admirer."
Can I have it?
Sure, here you go. And he gives you the little cloth bundle that it was apparently wrapped up in.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to inspect the ground in front of his house for footprints, besides my own.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Perception check, sorry.
Perception?
That would probably be more if you're looking for something.
I am. It would be slightly. Do you want me to just add? I think it would be the difference is 3 to that roll.
You don't see any footprints, no.
Okay. Okay, I take the dream pie, or I squash the dream pie, I step on it outside of his porch, and now I'm on the lookout for dream pies while I'm talking to people.
Okay. So the rest of your day seems to go by without too much happening, other than the fact, Kilvin, as you're working with Grigory here, one of the guards that Raidriar didn't bring with him frantically approaches you and goes, "There's a black carriage at the gate."
And I go to the gate and I collect Tux on the way.
Yeah, right away. After you.
Okay. So they lead you, and are you going outside of the gate? You do see this black carriage set up, and you see about 6 plate-armored soldiers sit around the carriage.
Why didn't I prepare Fireball? Okay.
And you see that they, one of them reaches on sort of the back of the carriage and pulls out a table and sits it up in front of the carriage, and brings and sets up a set of chairs, and more go grab chairs and set them up. And you see one
outside?
of the... Yep, outside of the carriage, outside of the gates.
Okay.
And you see one of the plate-armored guards walks up and pulls out a scroll and reads, "The Venerable Burgomaster of Vallaki, Lady Fiona Wachter, and personal aide to Lord Strahd von Zarovich, Anastasia Karolova, have come to meet with the representatives of this village at once."
Oh,
Well, we're not going out there. We're not the representatives. We don't own this place.
Okay. And
I got this. Oh wait,
No,
how tall is the Burgomaster?
It's Lady Watcher.
Well, yeah, and as they say this, you see that they open the carriage doors and out steps Lady Fiona Wachter and Anastasia, and they go and sit down at the table.
Anastasia?
Sorry, yeah, Anastasia. Yeah, that's what he said in his message.
Yep. She's here.
and they sit down and are seemingly waiting for you all to come out.
Okay, well, using my disguise kit and my disguise self, I'm going to
See through illusion.
give
yourself a
the
super
image of
old man.
Dimitri.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'll walk out.
Okay. As you sit down, go ahead and make a deception check at advantage.
Here, let me also roll my disguise kit, I guess, because I'm using the props. Or it's not
Also
letting me, never mind.
assume you can assume
I'll
they
I'll
met.
just say, because it's disguise self, it's no problem.
Okay.
So just go ahead and roll deception at advantage.
You can assume they met Anna Kreskov on the way there.
What'd you roll? 21.
Probably why they're here.
Either that or I killed the bat and they didn't get their report.
Oh, also true.
As you sit down at this table, you see Anastasia furrow her brow and go, "Oh, I expected the party that helped you rid the village of the monster here to come out."
They have been a great help to this town.
I'm still the master.
They're currently outside of the town now. I have no idea when they'll be back, if at all.
Interesting.
What can I help you
Well,
with?
Strahd would first of all like me to personally thank them for ridding the village of that terrible monster that seemed to have plagued the village as of late.
I'll be sure to let them know. How's
here's
Strahd taking to the new leadership here?
Well, it has, as you know, Strahd had personally appointed your family line to be the burgomasters of this village, to oversee the village. So a change such as this cannot just happen without good reason.
That's totally understandable, but I don't see myself as fit anymore. I'm happy to have this group take charge.
Yeah. Look a little depressed.
Can I cry?
Even so, you okay? Make a performance check.
Now you done it.
It's okay.
Just,
I'm
like,
amazing at
fake,
performance.
like fucking Minecraft tears coming out of your eyes. Oh my god.
damn it!
Oh god.
They're kind of like taken aback to go. I see that they have their hands in you.
That's
They
gross.
totally think you're lying
Oh my god.
about being sad.
Anyways, in 10 days, Lord Strahd plans to arrive to take a tour of the town and see the improvements that they are putting upon it. If he feels that if they are all better at running this village than yourself, then he will relinquish the running of this village to them, no questions asked.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like we have 10 days to prepare to kill Strahd.
In addition, Strahd, as you are aware, of course, has not previously taxed the town of Kresk due to its unique situation. But should the party prove effective in improving the town, we may also reconsider this stance.
Okay. If the party's able to maintain the town just as efficiently as it was before, what do you plan then?
We'll have to see. But we hope that if you wish to remain in control, we hope that you're at least going to improve upon it in some capacity.
Fair enough.
In addition, Strahd has been made aware of the food instability currently in the town for this coming winter, and he has said that if your efforts prove ineffective in solving this issue, he will be more than happy to step in and aid the town.
We would thank Strahd for his help and assistance.
Where am I during this?
You're out,
Yeah.
outside the walls.
Well, why have you even seen the carriage?
No, because you're in
Was
the woods
east.
right now.
Oh, okay.
Would Ren have heard them proclaim that?
I'd say you're still searching around in the town here.
Yeah, so they didn't say it loud enough for me to hear.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
So if
do you have any way to communicate with this town other than any way that we could reach you if we need more assistance during this turbulent time? This uncertain era?
I do not see much reason to, but should you require that, just feel free to send a messenger to Vallaki, and Miss Wachter will keep us informed. And she nods.
Okay. Yeah, great. I appreciate you lending a hand.
Very well. Anything else before we make our leave here?
Anybody else want to capture her? Or is that just me?
I'm not gonna attempt that.
Okay.
No, thank you. Well, think brain blast. No, I can't think of anything.
Okay, with that, then they stand up and the guards begin to retrieve the table and chairs and place them back in the cart, and they load on the carriage and leave.
That makes me nervous.
Well, we've got 10 days, and they don't expect to talk to us until then. Interesting.
I don't like the guy that ripped my arm off.
Kilvin. During all this, as you sit by the gate, or did you follow towards the gatehouse at least?
Yeah, I was at least on the outside. They're like
A woman approaches you sobbing,
Okay.
and she goes, "Kilvin,
Yes, ma'am. What can I help you with?
would you mind blessing my husband's burial? He passed in the night, unexpectedly."
That's interesting.
What was his cause of death?
I don't know. He just began thrashing and screaming in his sleep.
I see.
I want to help him investigate this house.
And the next thing I knew, he was just gone.
All right. Well, let's go take care of your husband's passing, and I will see what I can do to see what happened to him. Give you some closure.
Okay. As you follow her and you find that she is, some villagers have come over and helped dug a grave, and the body is kind of sitting in a makeshift wooden coffin next to the grave.
All right. Here to pray over this sad passing, and this loving husband will hopefully pass into the next world.
Yes. Thank you.
Better than ever.
Thank you, Kilvin. And as you look over the body, you do notice that it does seem to have the same sort of darkness, paleness that you all had experienced with the hag curse before.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
This guy died to hags?
Yeah, they're definitely hags fucking with the town right now. We need to take care of them.
Pastries.
Hey, just throw those 3 new fucking things on our plate.
Yep.
Sure, why not?
Well, if they're with the werewolves right now, then we can take care of them in one go.
I don't think they're so okay. My theory is they're harassing the town right now. They gave a dude a dream pie. They killed a dude in his sleep. And we also know that the abbot wants them gone, and if he does, he will retrieve Mordenkainen's tome. So I think that's priority number 1 after our 3rd day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we probably go from the hags. If they're allied with the wolves, we can go from one or the other.
Yep.
So that works.
But we should all be together when we devise a plan to try to take care of them. Even if it fails, I don't think we can take them as a split party.
Well, these hags teleport. I can't really have my raven track them.
We'll figure something out. Kilvin can cast Magic Circle now, right?
I feel like if we can't find a way to catch the or locate the hags now, we should probably go to the wolves, because if we kill the wolves, we'll probably learn more about the hags.
I agree.
Raidriar.
Yeah.
Also.
Hey, Snow, how much longer do you think we'll be tonight? Just ballpark.
Not much longer. Day 3, I guess we can just do over DMs, because there's really nothing much that's going to happen that day.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You don't think Ren and I are going to get into a fight with wolves?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Sorry, only reason I asked is that I go in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. So, Raidriar.
Yeah.
With the amount of creatures that you have killed with the spear today, it does become a +1 spear.
Cool.
Nice.
So you can go ahead and
Nice
add
job.
onto that.
Hey, while you guys are out, I assume you guys are looking around for wolf tracks somewhere, right?
I mean, they found rats and frogs, and fetishes, which is signs of hags.
I don't make a check for wolves.
That's why I have been having Raidriar roll survival checks.
Okay.
That's why. So.
Okay.
I don't see the carriage on the way back.
Wait, you guys fought wolves the first day. Do you know where they came from?
We went west, I believe.
They've been fighting all kinds of wolves everywhere. Wolves are just a generic mob that's in the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I don't see him.
No, you do not see the carriage, no.
Okay.
Alrighty then. So, anybody else wants to do anything on day 2? Kilvin, you finished a decent amount of your items so far.
How many toys can I make?
How many materials did he give you?
How much did it cost to make one?
I
10.
gave you 70 gold.
Oh, okay.
How much materials can I get for that?
70 gold materials.
70 gold worth.
Okay, perfect. So I can do about 7 hours of this, right?
Yeah, so you can make 7 toys.
All right. I want 4 Strahd toys and 3 Morning Lord toys.
So...
And then
Okay, yeah.
I also want to send my Raven out one last time tonight.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
With it.
I'm trying to think if there's any clever way I can do this. I doubt it, but...
But you can use the perception skill on your familiar, by the way.
How do I do that?
Like you should have access to the familiar.
Oh, you're right. Oh, that makes things so much better. Oh, and it's got a +5 to... Okay. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Come on!
Poor Nathan. I'm so sorry.
I'm assuming you're gonna send it out on day 3 again, so go ahead and just roll again.
Alright, so the triple roll at 2.
Early in the morning, you're going out. We're gonna find anything. Well, I can't think of anything like that I'm specifically looking for. I guess I'm gonna circle the mountains too. 1 lap around the mountains at the very least.
Okay.
Oh my god, man.
This is torture.
Yeah, you're just not getting an idea. Your Raven's just seemingly not spotting anything.
All right, then I can roll for night 3 as well, right?
It does seem to indicate the direction northeast.
Okay.
You do get that much.
Okay.
You've been searching enough at this point where it's got an idea of where maybe the direction you should head in.
Okay.
That's good. Hey, we could go over, if the abbot's place is on top of the hill, we could go up to the top of the hill and go like east, like go northeast from that direction. That'd be safer than going all the way around the walls and through the woods and stuff.
And then Raidriar, go ahead and make your another survival check for the next day.
Okay.
Okay, 13. So...
And Ren do his watch thingy again in the evening and in the morning, but this time around I'd like to... Is there like a parapet on the wall? Can you stand on it?
Raidriar.
Yeah.
You do today, searching out, you do actually find some interesting tracks that you find familiar to you with encounters you've had with werewolves so far.
Thank God.
That seem to lead in the northeast direction, deeper into the woods.
Cool.
All right, well, at least we have tracks to follow.
Nice.
And so, Ren?
Can I watch the woods instead of the town, please? Can I get up on top of the wall?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I want to do for the 2 hours in the evening and then 2 hours right as the sun's coming up. I want to watch the woods.
Okay. Go ahead and make 2 perception checks. Okay.
Tuxed it up, I did.
As you kind of walk along the walls and kind of watch and stuff, you do notice something below you on the wall. And as you kind of look down, you see painted on the wall is some sort of symbol in blood.
Where?
Alrighty then.
Where is it?
On the northeast side of the wall.
Okay, well I'll take a look at that.
Do I see it in the morning? So I can just go get the group and say, guys, we need to go check something out outside the wall. Come with me. I guess Kilvin's still working and Raidriar's gone. So I get Tux, and Tux and I go look at it.
Thank you for giving me something. I want to take a look and see, like, is there any magic on this symbol?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check. There's no magic on it, but it seems sort of ritualistic to you.
Is it indicating a direction?
You can't tell.
Check a different corner.
It is on northeast, so how about we take a stroll kind of around the wall? How long would it take us to stroll around the wall?
What do you mean stroll around the wall?
Like, just give the outside of it a quick perimeter check to see if we see any other symbols on the walls.
You look around.
Before we leave, I would like to take some like wine from one of my wine bottles. I think I'm down to like 6 now, and I want to like smudge part of the symbol out of place, like wash part of it off.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough.
What do we see on the other side of this wall?
What do you mean?
We've already done the perimeter check and haven't found anything, right?
Well, so it's on the outside, like towards the woods. It's not on the inside of the wall.
Right, but I just out of curiosity if they're using this to pass through the wall or something. Is there anything on the other side?
Nope.
Okay.
And was there anything when we inspected the outside of the wall? Any other things out of place?
Nope. That seemed to be the only place.
Okay. Damn hags.
Okay, well maybe this will lead to the hags.
Okay. So, Kilvin, on day 3, you definitely get all of your stuff done.
Okay.
So that, and you've been healing people through most of the time here, and people seem pretty enraptured by you now.
Cool. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before we end here?
I'm just gonna hand out the stuff real quick.
What all did you make?
All right, 2 daggers, silver daggers, 1 each for Tux and Ren. A hand axe for me, 1 glaive for Raidriar, 5 bags of caltrops, a set of silver arrows for Ren, a set of silver bolts Raidriar and I can split, and a quarterstaff for Tux, and 4 holy water.
A quarterstaff?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Ren, do you want an extra dagger?
I mean, if you're not planning on using it, then yeah.
Yeah, I don't need this at all. Take it.
Cool. That's fine.
So add a silver dagger and a dagger to yours.
Well,
What'd you give me?
2 silver daggers, yeah.
No. I mean, I have a
two,
dagger that's regular, and I'm upgrading it to a silver dagger.
I understand. I understand.
You a gold dagger. And I made you a glaive, Raidriar,
Okay.
which has reach, because it's fun. And then arrows for Ren,
Yep.
and bolts 10 each for me and Raidriar, 20 for you.
Our arrows, do they come in packs of 20?
Yep, and they're all silver,
Damn.
Thank you.
as are the bolts.
Nice work.
So,
Oh shit, I completely forgot this, guys.
What did we
And this
forget?
is like a big thing.
What did we forget?
Oh.
Oh fuck. A raven does arrive late in the 3rd day
oh, okay.
and drops a message to you, Raidriar.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god!
Wait. Irene,
Read it out loud.
I'm still alive and still resolute in turning the tyranny of Strahd. I'll do whatever is in my power to explore the castle and keep informed. My message may be sporadic. I'll begin each letter giving my current opinion to our citizens. I am charged when writing these letters and the information is compromised. Playing confused, amenable to Strahd. Buy all some time by keeping him focused on myself. Says reduce the number of times. Acting in this way seems to reduce the number of times he has been using his powers to affect my mind. Okay. I've discovered the secret to its quick presence over the valley.
She is smart.
Taking him with me to Valaki
She knew what
Fort
was happening.
Located beneath the castle's large stone brazier with 7 colored spherical stones embedded in it. Removing a stone and throwing it inside the brazier lights it with the corresponding color. The one I've seen uses green. When we both place our hands in the green flame, we are transported to the home of Miss Fiona Washington.
What?
There's an inscription underneath each stone which gives clues to where they may lead. I memorized them and listened to them below. Cast a stone into the fire. Violet leads to the mountain's spire. Probably the fane in the mountain.
These are teleportations he's using, or scrying things?
Teleportation.
Okay.
Orange to the castle's peak. Probably the top probably the very top of the castle. Red if lore is what you seek. Who knows? Green is to where the ally hides.
That's Washer. That's what they said at the beginning.
Yeah. Indigo to the master's bride.
Okay.
Barovia?
Maybe.
Or like the village of?
Yeah. Blue to ancient magic's womb.
Oh,
Yellow to the parents' tomb.
Maybe the temple?
Yeah, the temple.
Huh.
And yellow,
Maybe.
I don't know.
And wherever his
Yeah,
parents.
thank God I remembered this.
Yeah, this is kind of a big deal.
This is a big deal.
All right.
And it's in the order Vorgabe.
Vorgi Ibi.
Oh, that'll be easy to remember.